What's going on, everybody? Oh, good Lord. Where's myself at? I can't see me.
I don't know if they can hear us. Keep talking.
Keep talking? Okay. What in the world? What did you do? Oh, wait a minute. USB drive. What?
There we go.
Okay, there we go. Are we in? Can everybody see me?
Can't see us, let me know.
Yeah, really.
I apologize, everybody.
Oh, man. It's been...
Facebook has never had an issue.
Facebook is apparently taking a dump on itself. I don't know what's going on with it.
We're live.
But yeah,
let's do the dang thing.
So this is the Functional Gentleman. We are your hosts, Roy Gravis, Bucky Pender, and we have friend of the show, Eddie Mathis. It is Mathis, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I was just making sure it is.
Make sure there's no crazy
Louisiana. Came to us from the great state of Louisiana.
Yeah.
I like it.
Everything about Miss Coon-ass but my last name.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
You have like just a plain Jane name. I was expecting like
I came out of North Mississippi somewhere.
Oh, yeah?
I tangled up with some coon-asses, and here I am.
I like it. Fantastic. So I'm assuming everybody's having.
You, everybody.
Okay, we do have stuff.
We're glad you can hear us and see us.
Good.
We are going strictly YouTube tonight, which has never happened before. So let's see how this goes.
This is the first. I like the strictly YouTube thing. It's going to be interesting for sure. So how's everybody's week?
Wonderful.
Is
hectic. It's the middle of June in the boat business.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forget you do the boat business.
Every Friday is the most hectic day in the world because everybody wants their boat for the weekend.
It is that, man. I can imagine. I hadn't brought you mine yet, but I'm sure I will at some point. I'm going to let my brother-in-law look at it first. He's kind of a jack-of-all-trades mechanic. He's pretty good, actually. I'm not going to lie. If you had a chance to hire him, he's pretty good.
I mean, I'm looking.
He's pretty good. I don't know if you can afford him because he's a crane operator by trade, so he makes pretty good money.
Yeah. Honestly, at this point in my life, if I had to choose, I'd probably go with a pontoon.
Man, my wife's watching. Stop it.
He's like, man, my wife's watching.
No, I just sold a 21-foot Frontier.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we found some property. That fell through. My boat sold like the next day.
Dang.
So I'm like, oh, well, cool, here we go. Call about the land. It was thousands and thousands of dollars.
Oh, wow.
Off of what they had quoted originally.
Oh, wow.
So that fell through, so now I have no land, no boat.
No balls.
It's
Stop very nice.
No, I've got them. They're in her purse.
Yeah, that's where mine usually are, is in my wife's purse.
So
I get to borrow them every now and then, though.
Yeah, like she lets me do what the hell I want, when she tells me I can.
That's right.
You guys are funny. I love it.
Dude, 10 years.
Awesome.
10 years I got my fish in the living room. Finally got to hang it in the living room. 10 years. Over 10 years. She let me hang it in the living room. That's the one she gave me. That's it.
That's all you get.
I got that one, so it'll be another 10, 12 years. So.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
So, that's awesome, by the way. And thank you for coming in,
yes,
by the way.
Thank you for making the drive.
Not a problem. I've been looking forward to it.
I'm excited.
I'm super excited. We got a lot of goodies on the table.
Yeah.
Starting out with these lovely things. These are brand new Glencairns that were a gift to us from Lake Street Liquor in Lake Charles.
Shout out Lake Street Liquor.
Miss Ashley and the crew over at Lake Street. Their logo is pretty. That Glen is a pretty Glen. I love the logo on it. I can't wait to drink out of it in a second. That's a good-looking logo.
You can't see it at all, but
drink out of mine constantly.
Yeah?
Yep.
Nice.
We can dive into that a little bit. You want to go ahead and knock out the smoke of the week? I know we're way behind, so if you want to knock that thing out,
I'll knock it out real quick.
We can kind of start diving into everything on the table.
I had it pulled up.
We'll let Eddie talk a little bit.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Good Lord, you don't want that.
So tonight's smoke of the week is from Robert Caldwell. Y'all know how I have a nice little infatuation with Caldwell cigars. This is called the Eastern Standard.
Okay.
That's what it's called. It is a 3 on the scale, which is a medium. It is a Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper with a Nicaraguan Habano binder and a Dominican Nicaraguan filler.
Okay.
So good coloration. I like the little twisty on the end there. That's a little different for me. They're normally just kind of rounded.
We call that an Audi.
An Audi? Yeah, no, it's actually, Bucky was actually right. It is referred to as a pigtail. But no, I'm super excited. I have not had this one from Robert Caldwell. Oh, before I forget, I got to move a couple things real quick. Shout out to Acre Distilling in Fort Worth for my brand new black logoed ashtray that's porcelain, by the way.
Very pretty.
Wow, I know. And they sent me a cutter, too, so I got the Acre. Yeah,
Ooh,
the
I
Acre
like
cutter,
that.
the two-toned. It's nice.
Yes, thank you.
The Circumciser Deluxe. Actually, the Circumciser Deluxe is...
Where, do you have the big boy in here?
No, I don't. I lost the big boy, but these two
Okay.
are pretty good size. I can take a man's thumb off pretty easily.
He bought one of
It's
the...
got teeth.
Yeah, it's serrated.
He got,
It's got
what was it, a
teeth.
couple years ago, you got the Texas Lancero, and he had to buy a whole new cutter, because that motherfucker
Yes,
was...
because the Texas Lancero is
fucking
a...
axe.
Yes.
Yeah, the Texas
Exactly.
Lancero is a 7-inch long, 70 on the ring gauge.
Now,
To put that into perspective, this is about a 52 on the ring gauge.
But that has nothing on James from Mont
No,
Bellevue.
God, no.
We're still talking about cigars.
Yes, we're still talking about cigars.
Okay.
Well, sort of. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
Well, he just called out some dude's name after you
Yeah,
talked about ring
how big
gauges
it
and
is
stuff.
and-
I was like,
Right.
No, and this is going to look really bad, but he literally had to smoke
Yeah.
it like this.
I remember that. How long? He said it was, what, a 4-hour smoke or something like that?
Holy
It
shit.
basically
It was a-
took him all day.
It was a ridiculously
Yeah.
long smoke. He had to stop and take lunch
was
in the middle of it.
Last
It
time
was
I did a
wild.
4-hour smoke, I ate everything I could find, got paranoid, and went to sleep.
Oh, so Kevin, bowling back,
Bowling back.
Adam, he's in Michigan.
Okay.
Him and that one dude Ryan, he said they were just talking about the Eastern Standards this week, and they pair perfectly with an Old Elk cigar batch.
Nice. I'll have to get that. Old Elk cigar batch.
Yeah.
Interesting. I guess if I really wanted to be kind of creative, I could have paired this with the Good Times cigar batch that I have up in the cabinet.
Yeah.
That they sent me so graciously. I love the guys at Good Times.
Since he got brought up, that one dude Ryan does not like Good Times.
He does not like the Good Times
No.
cigar batch? Or
Well, he
just the
doesn't-
company,
yeah.
period?
Because they do some off the wall stuff.
They
I don't
do
know if
some
you've seen any of
off-the-wall
their
stuff.
finishes, but it's like creamsicle and it's like blueberry
like-
syrup, honey baked
Off the wall,
apple.
That's
Yeah.
like the Jim Beam freaking Tabasco, the
Yeah.
red label.
Yeah, I
I
remember.
could about imagine.
Yeah,
Whiskey burns enough. Bro.
yeah. I don't need Tabasco in my whiskey.
Negative.
I've heard of people putting Worcestershire sauce in there though.
What'd you say about my sister?
Yeah, exactly. You don't have a sister.
I know. I do not.
Thought he said your mama and your sister.
Oh, please don't. My mom's a nice lady. I do have extras if anybody needs
Oh,
them.
okay.
I'm going to leave them right there. Y'all can light if you want. If not, it's not going to hurt my feelings at all because I'm used to smoking alone sometimes
I'm gonna
anyway.
pass for now. It smells amazing.
It does have a good nose on it.
Kind of makes me want to revisit cigars.
It very much does have a good nose on it. I've noticed it's not real, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not real leathery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's got to be because of the Connecticut. It's real light. Got a little bit of pepper in it from the Habano filler. I like it. Robert Caldwell ceases to amaze me every time. This is like the 4th Caldwell that I've had.
Yeah.
I'm
Did
still
you say
hope
ceases to amaze you. Or no?
ceases. Yes,
Oh,
ceases
okay.
to amaze me.
Okay.
Never ceases to.
However, it's
ceases.
I'm Texan. It's
Shit happens.
and plus I'm coon ass adjacent. I got told that in a job interview recently.
Coon
Coon-ass adjacent.
Yeah,
That
my
is-
new boss is from your neck of the woods. He lives in Baton Rouge.
Coon-ass adjacent. That's up there with my wife's honorary coon-ass coffee mug that she got for Christmas a couple
Yeah?
years back by,
I love it.
by our best friend, Miss Katie.
So you're
Nice.
you're honorary.
And not just that, definitely thank you,
All right,
Miss
fine,
Ashley
Ryan.
at Lake Street for these glasses. I love these glasses.
Yeah.
I'm still looking at them. The logo's very.
I can't thank her enough. I mean,
What
I
did
didn't
Ryan
expect
tell you?
anything. He said, "Don't let that man smoke alone."
It's fine. It is what it is at some point.
Trust me, if they both light up, I'm going to get just as much as they will.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll get that second hand.
Yeah, cigar habits are marginally cheaper than a bourbon habit.
Well,
I can vouch for
yes,
that.
they are very much cheaper.
Dude, the way I focus on a hobby, there's no way it would be cheaper than anything else I do, which I spend money like shit through a goose, dude. It's
Like shit through a goose.
It's
I love
terrible,
it.
man.
I'm going to steal that one. I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and tell
I'll
you.
sweep later.
I am going to steal that.
it's
I'll sweep later,
Shit
buddy.
through a goose. Oh, that's fantastic. This is really good, though. I like it. I like the logo, too, because it's kind of like I feel like almost, you ever read the Hemingway book, The Old Man and the Sea? I feel like if the old man had a picture, that would be the old man's picture.
Yeah.
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 I feel like that would be his picture. And it literally on the side of it,
I don't
one
like
side
this
says live east, and the other side says die young. So
I like it.
Caldwell's always been a little different with his stuff anyway. He does a lot of his own artwork, paints his own stuff. He's done some good stuff. His The King is Dead is actually a picture of a throne that's been cut in half.
Really?
Yeah, it's a pretty neat looking logo. It's a pretty neat looking band.
As in like in a chess setting.
All right, so since it's
Like
been
an actual throne.
Hey,
with an actual
we may or
king
may
that's
not
in
have
it.
shots fired, so I need to know now. Ryan, a friend of ours and a friend of the show, has officially announced, "Go Tigers."
Well, yeah, go Tigers.
So are you? Let's go ahead and get it out of the way now, since you're from Louisiana.
Well, you know, you always have to pull for the in-state team. I mean, except for ULL, you know, screw those guys. They want to be the flagship of Louisiana so bad, and they're just never going to.
Well, they got their flagship handed to them in the Coral Gables Regional by my Texas Longhorns.
Well, LSU, kind of a love-hate relationship.
They're hosting Kentucky this weekend.
Yep.
They've been a powerhouse in baseball for the last couple of years.
yes.
For the last few years, I
Funny
think.
thing about it, when I worked for Community Coffee and I took my defensive driving, I had to go to Baton Rouge, the home office, to do it. My instructor was an LSU grad, so we literally took our defensive driving around that campus.
Oh, really?
Because I wasn't paying attention at first, but I was the first one to drive. So he drove and we all stopped, and he's like, "All right, get out." I get out. I'm like, "Holy fuck, that's the box." He literally pulled up at Alex Box Stadium in the parking lot. I'm like, "Oh."
We've stopped on the way. Like I said, my wife's from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, just outside of Hattiesburg, a little town called Petal. We've been coming back before, and not in a rush. Stopped on campus. You can walk right up to Mike the Tiger's enclosure.
Did that too. He's right outside the team
chilling, like
Yeah.
leg up, balls out. He's
Big chilling.
Looks at you like, this is my house, dude. This is my house. And
It's a neat thing. Like I said, his enclosure's literally right by the team store.
Yep.
There on campus. It's fantastic.
As a matter of fact, as far as mascots and that type of thing go, I've watched player interviews from opposing teams say that they walk out on the field and they have to walk right by Mike the Tiger in his cage. And they said
it's
scared
intimidating.
I bet it's
It's intimidating as shit.
Some of
'cause
those guys
he's a
said
big
they were
cat.
legit scared walking by that
he's
cage.
a big animal. Like
yeah.
massively big. For a tiger, he's massive.
So is this Mike the Tiger? Is this the original, or have they gone through a couple of
No,
them?
this
I
is like
think this-
Mike the 5th or 6th.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
think he's like.
that.
I wasn't
yeah.
sure if this was a newer. I mean, obviously not an LSU huge LSU.
Well, I know
person,
Bevo.
but-
I think they're on 8 or 9 right
Yeah.
now with Bevo,
Well,
and he's the biggest
Go ahead, say it.
the
Say
biggest
something, please.
live mascot in college athletics.
Well, whenever a bulldog can beat up a longhorn, it tells you something about
I'm
something.
gonna stay.
Wait a minute, are you talking about whenever Georgia played? First of all, they were scared for Uga's safety because if Uga would have got
No.
horned,
That
that's a dead
that
puppy.
dog was about to take down Bevo.
Ain't no way. Do you know how much Bevo weighs? He's massive.
Well,
His spread is
technically,
probably
a
almost
bulldog
from wall
was
to
made
wall.
to take down
Right.
a bull.
Yeah.
Very true. That's why they
So-
called bulldog. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Mike the 6th, according to is that
Okay.
Ryan?
Mike the Sixth. No. Underscore V underscore. I'm not sure if that's
Okay.
somebody you know.
Wait, that dude just said forever USL.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's up around my age or older because it hadn't been, what was it, yellow and black maybe before they went to the Chili Peppers, and now it's ULL.
Yeah. And half the time they just go by UL. It's a weird thing
University
to
of
me, man.
Lafayette, yeah.
Yeah, they bounce back and forth. 1 minute they want to be the University of Lafayette, then they're like the University of Louisiana, then they go back to University of Louisiana Lafayette.
Well,
Make up your mind.
They don't cover identity
Vic.
crises in any of their.
What's going on, Vic? Thank you for
There's like-
tuning in and chiming in.
Wait, is it Vic? Is that one of y'all's guys, or is that my Vic?
It's gotta be your
yours.
Vic.
Yeah, that's my Vic. I
gotta
saw
be your
the
Vic.
I saw the Forever USL and it clicked when I saw who did it. By the way, Vic, I got your bottle of William LaRue Weller at the house waiting on you.
So since you brought it up,
Oh yeah.
Well, wait a minute. We're going to dive into that in a minute, but I
Oh.
think we need to literally get to
okay.
the whole purpose of why we planned this particular bottle with this particular man.
Hey, you know how hard it is to find a crawfish that looks exactly like the crawfish that's on the bottle
No, but
without
you did-
stealing their logo?
But you did a banger
But I
job
did
on
it.
it. You did a banger job whenever you put up the little teaser thing. It
Dude, I
was.
thought it was a lobster.
Come on, man.
I think he might be right. The claws are a little big.
Hush. Guys, it's hard to find a crawfish, okay? Look,
Okay.
that's
Well,
big.
it's not far, but you see the long claws
Yeah.
on it. That means it's a deep water crawfish.
Okay.
Well, so I've been told.
A deep water crawfish.
No, seriously, like in the basin and everything.
I
Yeah.
didn't know there was a difference.
I didn't
just
know
thought it
either.
was crawfish. Look at
Crawfish
us.
or lobster?
Around where I'm from, they'll let the rice head out once or twice,
Yeah.
and then flood the rice fields
Right.
and catch them out of the rice fields. Very shallow water. Yeah. Out in the basin, in the marshes and the swamps, I'm guessing up to probably about 6 feet of water. They'll sink traps. They call them pillow traps.
Huh.
And they catch them out of deep water. Their bellies will be white. Their shells will be a light pinkish red.
Really?
And they got them big
Long-
ass long claws on them.
Interesting.
Yeah, big long claws.
Interesting.
So, since we're on the topic of crawfish, what's the deal with this whole soft shell crawfish thing that I've seen pop up on my TikTok? And have you seen much of that, or I never heard of it until
It's
this
just
year.
when they molt, just like
Yeah.
any other shellfish.
But I mean, they were frying them up and eating. I mean, just
Actually,
like
Vic's brother-in-law's dad was telling us one time he stopped in Lafayette, of all places, and they had fried soft-shell crawfish on the menu.
nice.
And the old cook came out in the back. He said they were some of the best things he'd ever eaten.
Really?
And he said she fried them in Bisquick pancake batter.
huh?
Interesting.
Oh, somebody just texted me. I'm wondering if that isn't Vic.
Bisquick pancake
she
batter.
said, "Get to the microphone." That's my wife.
You're
you
hard
not
to
hear
hear,
me,
sir. And you can angle it however you
Yeah,
need
you
to.
can
and
adjust it, pull the thing closer to
Pull
you,
it closer,
however you
pull
want
it
to do
further, I don't
tilt
care.
it, do the whole 9
whatever you want
yards.
to do.
Yep,
Right.
you can
Throw
do
it
that.
across the room.
Yeah,
Who
well,
cares?
no, I mean, apparently I'm not talking loud enough, which is kind of contradictory to what she's told me my whole
Well, yeah,
fucking marriage.
you're coon ass, so you're supposed to be loud.
I love it.
I'm trying to be conscious of it. And I'm trying to be conscious of not cutting y'all off.
Now is not the time to be
no,
soft spoken, sir.
no.
Yeah, well, I'll go all Pantera on y'all and just start screaming.
Hey, but we've had
Okay,
that.
so Vic-
we've had that happen before
Vic
too.
echoed what you said. Fresh malts.
Fresh molds. Okay.
So
Gotcha.
when they're malting, I just never heard of it. So, anyways,
JT Mellick.
JT Mellick, we're excited.
I guess I'm pronouncing it right.
Yeah, there ain't no
Okay.
other way to pronounce it. So
I mean,
this
it
is
looks like Mellick.
100% rice whiskey.
Yes, which fascinates me
Me too.
because I like rice sake. So
Did you just unplug?
I don't think
I think I may have unplugged.
Somebody did, because somebody got
It's me.
quiet.
It's me. It must have come loose. I must have tugged on a little too hard,
it's under the rug.
which is my usual MO.
My usual MO. We got you. I'll go ahead and kind of run down the stat. This is JT Mellick's rice, Louisiana handcrafted rice whiskey.
I think I might be back in, though.
It comes in at 96 proof. Yeah, I'm good. I mean,
Yeah.
I hear myself good. Y'all hear me good? You hear me good?
Testing, testing,
Yep,
one,
yep,
two.
we're all good. Okay, fantastic.
Keep it on.
Something went out. And
Sorry,
Yeah. It
we're
comes
new
in
to YouTube.
It comes in at 96 proof. It is small batch, barrel aged 4 years, according to the statement on the label. Yeah, that's small print. Interesting. 1896. Okay.
Do you need young guys?
Maybe. I don't know.
No, so rice has been grown in Louisiana since 1896.
Okay.
Rice is obviously a huge crop, along with sugarcane
Of course,
in
yeah.
Louisiana. So it only makes sense that Louisiana would come out with a
Rice whiskey.
100% rice whiskey.
Yes.
I am a little surprised they didn't go like more of a bourbon mash bill and go maybe like 51% corn and then like 25% rice. But to see it at 100% rice, I'm expecting something completely different.
Dude, you're going to be
I'm
amazed.
looking forward to it,
The
actually.
two different.
We've mentioned it before. Fred Minnick actually put it in his top 100,
Top 100.
for this year's or for last
That's
year's.
Last year's.
That is
Yep.
a big deal. So I've been excited. There it is.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
good
baby.
Pop.
Uh,
Very good pop.
money shot.
Yes, very much so. Very much a money shot.
Y'all are going to be pleasantly surprised.
I have been so looking
wait.
forward to this ever since you and I talked. Like, literally.
I told you several times I
And
knew
they-
it over here, but I don't guess you probably couldn't have waited until the show.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
didn't-
that's kind of where I was going with it.
So and like a lot of other distilleries, they started with vodka while their whiskey aged.
Right.
Haven't really heard anything about vodka. Nobody really talks about vodka because it's a neutral spirit.
Yep.
You don't expect it to be much of nothing.
Man, I kind of like, when it comes to vodka, I'm a Kettle One, man. I can tell the
Yeah.
difference.
Okay.
When my wife and I drink martinis every once in a while, now I like mine dirty as shit.
He said dirty as shit. He didn't say dirty. He said dirty as shit.
So everybody can see the color. I'd go on this darker amber, almost copper, kind of.
It's pretty.
It's
It's very pretty.
It's got good legs too for being a rice one.
They're slow running.
Yeah, they're slow running.
I like it. Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's a good look for sure. I like the legs on
Now,
it.
y'all talk about rice, being a new thing with brewing and distilling. Look at Budweiser.
Well, true. Yeah,
at
with
Bud Heavy.
Yeah, Bud Heavy was a rice
Really?
beer. Yeah,
Didn't know
Bud
that.
Heavy's the only beer that has rice in it other than like a sake.
right.
So this will be the first. No, the
So
second.
good
This will
on
be the
those.
second unconventional whiskey that we've done. The first being the Morning Glory by Spirits of French
Spirits of
Lick.
French Lick, yeah.
It's got kasha and buckwheat
Yep.
in it.
It was a good
So,
one.
What the hell is kasha?
so it's basically cooked buckwheat.
Ah,
So
That's so good on the nose. That's very good.
are we drinking it yet? How do we do this?
oh yeah,
You just drink.
Extremely, extremely, extremely surprising.
That's very good. I like it. It's got a sweetness to it that you almost would get from a corn whiskey, but I know this isn't a corn whiskey, so it's kind of messing with my
It's
head
like,
a little
how
bit.
are they doing it? How are they doing
Exactly.
it?
I don't get how they're doing it, but whatever they're doing over there, and
I mean, it's a carb, dude. Rice is a carb. I mean, you can extract sugars from it, obviously.
right.
I mean, several dishes that I've had back home. Hell, even my grandpa, he used to eat rice and milk
Okay.
for cereal. I mean, it's a grain.
Yeah.
You,
I like this though. It hugs all the way down. To me,
So it's almost got. This is going to be weird. So it's almost got the best of both worlds when you think about the sweetness of bourbon and the spiciness of rye. Not the greenness, but the spiciness of rye,
I see where you're
along
going
with
with
that
that.
sweetness of bourbon. You can feel the kind of the peppery spiciness,
That's
but it coats your mouth really well. And then there's like a butterscotch or almost like a burnt sugar creme brulee type
okay.
something.
yeah.
And
Well-
it's not real harsh on the note. Like when you smell it, it's not harsh.
Yeah.
But what surprised me was it does have a little heat.
It does. It drinks a little hotter to me than 96.
The color kind of lied about the heat that was coming.
Right.
Not saying that it's super hot.
Well, no, I mean, looking at the coloration, I would say it, as far as proof wise, it's right around like a Buffalo Trace, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Yeah, Buffalo Trace I think comes in at 90.
Yeah, it comes in at 90, but to me, it looks like a 90, but it drinks like 100 or 102.
Yeah.
I'd say it
At
drinks
least
a little
on my
hotter.
palate.
It's up there. It's a little hotter.
Yeah. But it's really
than I
good.
suspected. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and no, it's really good though. I enjoy it. Oh, yeah.
I want to let it open up a little bit. Like I'm trying to. There's something there. There's a sweetness on the nose. Because Vic had asked the nose on it. I'm trying to nail down the nose. Normally I can nail down the nose better than I can the palate.
Do you know what it
Or
literally
faster.
reminds me of right now that I've let it kind of open up, swash it around, stuff like that? Do you remember the Old Forester Majescas that JB sent us? I smelled that. So it's like a marshmallowy kind of
Orange bitters.
It's like a marshmallow cream almost. Not a full-fledged marshmallow, but like a marshmallow cream. I was trying to see if I can read too, but hell, my eyesight apparently has gone to shit in the last
I can.
little bit.
Second paragraph. 4 generations later, we still grow rice and now crawfish.
Yeah, which I love that about them, the fact that they're doing rice, crawfish, and all that all in the same thing. Because I actually have a few correspondence. I hadn't done it recently because of scheduling and stuff like that, but Mia at JT Mellick and I have emailed back and forth several times, and at some point in the future, we will actually be in their distillery on doing a live from there.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. I'd like to just be there with y'all.
Oh,
for that,
for
not,
sure.
Not even sitting in a chair with y'all. Just
Yeah.
kind of.
Vic, it's going to bother me that I can't nail down this nose.
What? I still get the Mojeska thing, man. Like, I literally get that.
Ryan, this is a definite
Yes.
must try.
Yes.
I'm telling you, it's almost the best of both worlds.
This is really good.
I mean, what else would you expect from Louisiana?
Careful.
Should we revisit the Texas gumbo thing again?
I mean, have you tasted my gumbo? Come on, man.
I feel it. I feel you. That's, yeah. God, that is good. What is that?
Ah,
There's
I
a-
still can't.
I
I
don't-
never was. I mean, when
I'm
people
going-
say hints of leather and coffee
No.
and this and that and the other, I get it. I get what they're saying, but
I'm still stuck with the basics. Like, I can do caramel. I get a lot more fruity notes than Roy, who seems to find a lot more earthier notes.
I got it.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. And this is gonna sound weird as crap because I normally don't go this direction with this. Cold Stone,
Okay, you're
Creamer.
getting too specific.
the Cold Stone creamer that was the International Delight, I think, that makes it.
I don't
It
know.
smells
Oh,
like
like a
it smells
coffee
like a
creamer.
it smells like a coffee creamer. It's that kind
See,
of
I'm
sweetness.
going-
it's that thick of a smell.
Mhm.
You're right. Yeah. I don't know the particular creamer you did call, but I can
Yeah.
see the sweetened coffee
Yeah,
creamer.
it's-
a frothed milk type of sweetened milk type of.
Cross between that and a half and half almost. It's like the denseness of a half and half, but like the sweetness of a.
I think I'm going to go with you on that. There's a, I guess you'd say a certain dairy.
It's got a very much creamer nose to it.
Hell, let's try putting in some coffee in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. I'm down with it.
Dare me.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I'll make my kids stay up late so they'll sleep late in the morning. I'll get up and get shit faced before they even get up.
I like it. God, that's good. That has been well worth the wait.
Oh, for sure.
And dude, that's just the off the shelf.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's they're basically their base model.
Can
I guess
you
you'd
imagine
call
a
it.
store
That's what I
pick
was-
or-
Oh,
That's what we were talking about pre-show. I would love to get my hands on one of their single barrels or their store picks
Yeah.
or
I thought these were. No, this is a small batch.
Yeah,
the
it's a
blue
small batch,
label is the.
yeah. Blue Label is the single. Are you doing the?
I'm trying to figure out what that nose is.
I
that
got
it's there. It's not quite butterscotch. Maybe maybe I'm just stuck on like caramel, creme brulee, burnt sugar. I don't know. It's very pleasant. I know that.
I get your. It almost reminds. It's like faint. It's a coffee creamer.
Like, I almost lean more toward like cola, more so than like a coffee
See,
creamer.
I don't lean cola.
No,
But I don't know.
No, I'm with you on that one.
I lean creamer
Okay.
over cola.
Who knows? I'll figure it out.
Never.
Regardless, it's,
Yeah.
it's,
Regardless, it
it's,
is
it's not going to sit on the shelf in your house. I don't think.
No.
it's
by
gonna-
no means.
It'll be consumed.
Oh,
very
yeah.
For sure.
quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it'll
delicious.
definitely go down quick.
And the
That's an
availability.
interesting white chocolate pudding. That's an interesting. That's an interesting kind of note with it. I'm not
Texture
that's-
wise, I wouldn't say that thick.
yeah.
Right. Like a maybe a white chocolate coffee creamer.
He said, "What is the name again?" JT
JT
Melick.
Melick
JT Melick.
is what it is, and it just migrated its way to Texas. It's in the Dallas area.
Yeah, so they
right
started
now.
out obviously in Louisiana.
Yes.
They are available in Arkansas.
Yes.
And they have just made their way to Texas.
Yes.
So that's exciting. Can't wait to see it in our area
I
because
can't
it will
either.
be
Yeah,
it'll be a normal buy.
Yeah, that's a front runner for an everyday
Um,
drinker right
Yes,
there,
very
due
much.
to availability. And
Now, something I am curious of
all
because
aspects.
speaking of, since they're in Arkansas, Rocktown Distillery has just released their own rice whiskey.
really.
So now we got a little bit of competition.
I don't think there's any kind
yeah,
Arkansas,
fuck
right?
Arkansas.
Okay,
For
there
those of
you go.
for
Been to
those
Hot Springs one time. It
for
was
those of you
amazing,
who are at the
Website is
watch
sold out.
party there in the Lake Charles area, I think it's 2 drinks or 3 drinks. I think you dropped like 2 or 3 Fs.
Yeah.
Well, knowing Anna and Casey, my wife Casey,
Shout
one
out.
of her best friends, Anna.
You're a very
they're
special woman.
They're a bottle or so in by now, I'm sure. Hell, they probably went through a bottle waiting on us to get the feed going. So
Probably.
And that's my fault again, guys. I'm so
No,
sorry.
you're good. You're good. Stuff happens.
Yeah.
We talk about it all the time.
So is your wife a whiskey drinker, or is
She is now.
Really?
She's gotten into it with me. She likes it. She's a Four Roses.
Heck yeah.
Four Roses small.
So whenever
batch.
you buy your wife roses, you can buy her good roses
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
ones
yeah.
that die.
Well, I buy them all, but she lately she just tells me not to spend money. So
Right,
That's
right.
I can't
We all get that one.
I can't get over how sweet that is for being
No, it's-
rice.
Yeah, rice. I'm still blown away by the whole rice thing, but yeah, for sure.
Well,
Love it. That's amazing.
now I wonder.
Okay. He's like, I wonder, and I'm like, interesting. Where is this
I was
going?
just thinking you named sugar cane as one of the crops too. I wonder when somebody's going to do a sugar cane whiskey instead of a rum.
Well, I mean,
You know it's
technically
been
you
thought of.
can't.
Can't,
A whiskey has to be a grain. So
Yeah, well, yeah,
you're
you're
at that
right.
point you're making sugar shine.
You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. But I mean, it only has to be 51% corn to be a bourbon. Why can't you put freaking sugar? Or well, no, it'd be a blended
Yeah.
rum
Yeah.
whiskey. Shit.
And somebody's tried that before and it didn't sell very well. I don't remember the name of it.
This is why I don't market stuff.
Right?
He's like, this is why I don't do that. That's good though. I'm not gonna lie. That is
Yeah.
super good. I'm highly impressed with it. I can see now why Fred Minnick put it on his top
Oh, for
100.
sure. I mean, it definitely deserves to be there. It's something different. It's very, very, as I like to say, delicious.
Oh, it's very delicious.
I mean, the shirt is appropriate tonight.
very appropriate.
Not going to complain one bit about that.
No.
I'm still going to stick by it's the best of both worlds with a rye spiciness
It is.
and a bourbon sweetness.
Yeah. I can see me making several trips to Sulphur. Lake
I
Charles,
would definitely make the trip
that
across.
area
Go
for
see
sure.
Miss Ashley.
Yeah,
She
definitely. It's on my list for sure. I want to go over there just
Her and
before.
her aunt and Brock and Devin.
Okay.
There's a couple of them.
Now, where are they located? What's their address? You know their address off the top of your head?
It's on Lake Street.
Okay.
You don't say. Lake Street Liquor on Lake Street.
It's on Lake
Yeah,
Street.
it's on Lake Street between McNeese Street and Sale Road.
Okay.
So
All right.
it's not far when you get off the
Yeah.
interstate.
Got you. So
Here.
when you get off the interstate, you take a right.
Yeah, you take a right.
Okay.
You'll get to the interstate on Lake Street.
Yep.
That's obviously a red light at the exit.
Mm-hmm.
You head south.
Okay.
You hit another red light. That's Sale Road.
Okay.
Once you pass through that red light, it's not far on the right, heading south.
Oddly enough, when I worked for Nestle USA, I used to stay at the Holiday Inn on Lake Street, which is on the opposite direction when you come on that red light that we talked about instead of
Yeah,
going
you're right
right.
across the street from the hood.
Yeah, that's where they always kept us at.
I'm glad you're still with us, bro.
Well, the good thing I do have to say about them, they always kept like when they, because like I stayed there, especially when I was running routes and stuff, because I was a route relief. When I stayed there, they always kept Elijah Craig at their bar.
Oh, shit, that's not a bad.
That's not.
So, yeah, that's where I've come to appreciate Elijah Craig at from my days at Nestle USA.
Elijah Craig. They do no wrong.
Yeah,
They've
they're-
actually got, like I said, Miss Ashley's store pick.
I
right
see
there.
that intrigues me too. I'm curious to see how her store pick is, for sure, and I'm really intrigued.
So
So,
before the show, I posted a witch whiskey.
Okay.
Since we're going to dive into that.
Yes.
So here were my clues. FM top 25.
Mm-hmm.
SRP of less than $100.
Yep.
Charles and George.
King Williams. I just gave it away. I'm sorry, but
Let's see.
No, you're good.
If anybody got it right.
We had one.
We have one winner.
Yep. Bowling back.
Bowling Back 40, a.k.a.
Yes.
Kevin.
Kevin Riley.
Got it right with William LaRue Weller.
Fantastic.
So the one you brought, I noticed, was a 2021.
yep.
So in 2021, William LaRue Weller came in at number 21 on Fred Minnick's FM. Fred Minnick.
That's actually cool.
So it made his top 25.
Okay. At number 21.
The suggested retail price, which you'll never find, is $99.
Okay.
And Charles and George. So
Our
Charles,
famous King Williams.
Charles Weller
Okay.
was William LaRue Weller's son.
Okay.
And George took over the distillery as his great grandson. So that was part of the clues.
Interesting.
George Weller and Charles Weller.
Look at
Did you go to
you.
whiskey college?
I went to Tater University.
He did go to Tater U.
I am a Buffy Trace big time fan.
Well,
Yes.
that was a reference to, oh shit, what movie was it? Where they smoke all the pot.
No, that's a lot of movies. I
Yeah.
think you'd be a little
Not
more
Friday.
half-baked?
Half-baked.
Okay.
When he answers the door, what you do? Go to weed college.
I love it.
So congratulations, Kevin. You did get it
Yay.
right.
Now he gets to watch us drink it.
We have William LaRue Weller on the table tonight,
Some of it.
and I'm
sorry, I got into
freaking
it.
out.
No, you're good.
Freaking out.
Yeah. When I saw
This is
that
a bottle I never thought
when
I
I
would
saw
see.
that in text, I literally I took a screenshot of our text and sent it to you this morning, 7
He
o'clock.
said, I just want to make sure I'm right. WLW.
I've got a Widow Jane 12-year store pick too. I may
Yeah?
have brought, but it's wax dipped, and I hate to break the wax.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just it's so because it's actually from a different store that. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that one alone.
Okay.
But
Not bad.
we're all about
We do
some
that
Lake
often.
Street liquor.
Yes, for sure.
In my
It sounds a
household,
lot
so,
like how
yeah.
we are with Longhorn Liquor.
Yes, very much
I mean, the
so.
guys over there and the girls are all awesome.
I've never had a bad experience. I've
Yeah.
been in a few times when we make a trip over on this end, and Longhorn, dude, you can find the Weller Green label on the shelf most
Yeah.
of the time. You don't see that where I'm at, right there. Across
And I've
the state
heard
line.
that.
That's part of this that I wanted to get into is the differences between the two states.
And we will. I'm not gonna lie. I think we need to really take in the moment that's about to happen.
Yes.
Get
Definitely.
hot.
Somebody please pour some of this.
Tell me with a good
You're the
time.
boss.
Oh, it still has that deep pop. Oh, so good.
Oh, I've reamed it out a little bit.
Well, I didn't say it was a tight pop. I
Shake
said
it.
it was deep.
He's shaking over there. Go ahead and get him some.
Shaking.
That's all you're gonna pour, dude. Pour whiskey.
He said, "Pour
I'm
the
pacing.
whiskey."
I'm pacing.
That's why.
And plus, this is-
that's why I brought it was to share.
This is a William LaRue Weller. I mean, it's almost like driving a Maserati.
Well, y'all seen neat, obviously, on here.
Yes.
Yes.
One of the very last things that old fella says is drink the whiskey.
Yes.
Yes.
Please,
Is
please.
there going to be more rare
Drink the
bottles?
Do
whiskey.
you want me to add more to yours then? Or are
Yes.
you good?
Add more. Add
Okay.
more.
Add more.
There will be more rare whiskeys. There will be more expensive
Oh,
whiskeys in
God.
your life. Drink
All right.
the whiskey.
Whoosh.
Are you
Those
gonna
words
cry?
kinda stuck
I might.
with me.
He's like, I might.
I don't think you
I had it,
understand.
So I ain't doing all the fancy smelling stuff like y'all do.
You
No,
do what
we'll-
you want to do, sir.
We'll do it for sure. I almost don't want to bang it too hard.
Right? Look, this deserves a front row.
Yes,
Okay?
it really does.
Quit hiding the damn
I'm
bottle.
sorry.
Like I said, I'm going to warn y'all. It's a slap in the mouth at first. I mean, it's coming in at 124.
I think
and
this is
change.
125, almost 125.
Yeah.
124 and change. It's
Yeah,
hot.
124.7.
It's hot. But once the heat goes
Hashtag
away-
high proof gang.
Hashtag high proof gang for sure.
Once the heat goes away, you'll see why. Wait, what are we looking at?
When y'all come north, bring Eddie with you. So
Where is north?
north for him
Michigan.
is Michigan.
He's
It's
in
too
Michigan.
fucking cold. Fuck that. And that's, I ain't never been there. Well,
Do I
I've
have
been
to wear
Great
blue
Lakes,
and maize?
Illinois.
Okay.
That's not quite as high as Michigan, I
Yeah.
don't believe.
Great Lakes. I think you and that's where you took your basic at, wasn't it?
It was.
Okay.
It was. And that was during the middle of the summer, and I think I got goosebumps. It was kind of chilly.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm so ready for this.
Do it. Get hot. How hot is it at first?
I feel like the first sip is going to be a sacrificial sip.
No, it's every bit of what he said.
Oh, there's a funk. That is
It's-
such a good funk.
It's every bit of what he said. It hits you.
It
hits
dude,
you
You're heavyweight
teeth-
boxing now.
It literally
You're-
hits you from teeth to tonsils all the way.
You're
Thank God.
What'd it say?
That's why y'all were talking. I said into the mic, do I have to wear blue and maize?
Oh.
And he said, I forbid it.
horsepower.
Okay.
Junkies. Let's go. Horsepower junkies of Texas.
Hey,
Does he mean
Yes.
Clint,
outboards?
cheer. No.
No, that
Horsepower
is-
junkies?
That is Clint,
Clint.
which is the dusty turkey hunter I
Yeah.
told you about earlier while we were going through our technical
All right, so
difficulties.
let's go through it.
Man, that is good.
I'd say cherry, woody color, like a amber cherry wood color. Something.
And it's soft for being like on the nose. Like
that's cherry cola on the nose.
Well, you dusty turkey hunter, let's save him the last
Funk.
little bit of the bottle
Okay.
for if you said he's got a bunch of old turkeys on the wall. I want to taste an old rare breed. If he'll trade me a bottom of one of these Glencairns for the last
Clint, let me
sip
know.
out of that
Let us know what
Williams
you
Order
have.
Yeah.
You've been offered.
I mean, I like the rare breed nowadays. I love it.
I'm surprised Clint hadn't said, "Hey, I'm jumping in the truck now."
Right. Dude, there's a funky cherry Coke.
I don't see where you get the funk at because I don't
Dude.
get the funk.
I get, like I said, you boxing heavyweights now.
Yeah.
You're in the
Here we go.
tag now.
But we also talk about this too. I rely more on my palate than what Bucky does because my nose has been broke like 7 times.
Oh,
So I rely on the palate a lot.
well, my nose is probably, function half capacity because of my 20s. Which
it's good.
it wasn't broken, but enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
I seem to you talking about in your 20s. In my 20s, I seem to be a random target for people's fist.
Oh no,
So,
no,
yeah.
dude! We're on opposite ends of the spectrum. Mine was the Colombian Energy products.
Sorry, Mike Wright, if you're watching, you are incorrect.
That is very good.
Who's Mike Wright?
Mike
He
Wright
is the general manager
manager
of Longhorn Liquor and friend of the show.
Yes, very much.
And you said he's incorrect about.
He guessed Willett Family Reserve on my
Oh God,
whiskey. Which whiskey?
That's one of my unicorns.
Okay.
I've never seen it in person. I did find 2, some kind of special edition, Midwinter's Nights in just outside of Hattiesburg.
Just outside
in
of
Petal.
Hattiesburg.
$2.99 a fifth. I don't think it was that bad. Ashley said it was a little high.
Right.
If I'd have had the 300 bones cash, I'd have bought it right then and there.
Yeah.
I love the legs on this. The
And
legs,
just
like,
for the record,
hang.
Clint said he drank the only old rare breed he had, so he doesn't have any left.
Well, Clint,
You're missing out.
nah, unless one of these boys polish that bottle off, he can have the last little bit. I'll let him have just be a nice guy. But I mean, I'm not gonna be mad because he drank whiskey.
Right.
Right?
That's good, though.
That's what we're here for.
I love the legs. You're going to show you something funny. Watch this. So I'm going to tilt. Look how long this part of the leg that I just tilt, it's still
Willet
staying.
4-year rye is the best rye I've ever had. See, I haven't had. I mean, we've had the black top. I've never had a purple top Willet.
Neither have I. Never seen one.
If I'm gonna, I don't know. I can't really throw out my best rye I've ever had because I'm still kind of new. Or I'm expanding my rye game.
Vic, did I never share that Midwinter's Night with you? Shame on me if I didn't.
All right, so there's a ton of oakiness.
Mm-hmm.
I get like a cinnamon spice.
I don't really get the cinnamon spice. I mean, to me, it's more allspice.
I get spice all the way around.
Yeah,
no
to
matter
me, it's
what
an
kind
all.
it is.
Yeah,
It's
to
just-
me, it's an allspice. Because cinnamon has that unique.
I
Like,
get. I mean,
taste
for
to
some
it.
reason, I'm getting cinnamon. It's unlike any weeded I've had.
But once it gets done slapping you in the face, what do you think about it? The
it's-
actual, just the no spice, just the flavor of the whiskey. What do you think about it?
So, and I want to let it sit for a minute because kind of like what I said, and I know we've already had JT Mellick, but this is significantly hotter as far as the
for
proof
sure,
goes.
yeah.
Like I said, that first sip, I almost expected it to be a sacrificial sip. My first 2 sips, I'm still going to say it drinks a little hotter than I expected it to.
Mm-hmm.
But just as a whiskey, yes, it's really good.
So you're not one of those guys that think proof is quality.
Oh, no.
No.
Yeah, I can't stand that. Oh, man, this is coming in at 130. It's the best whiskey ever. No, I can light my fucking charcoal with it.
Yeah.
Hey, Casey, Anna, y'all drink again.
And I mean, there's a
He suddenly put that. Y'all drink again. I did it again.
but so and there's a difference whenever it's good quality. Like we had a Garrison Brothers single barrel with Mike Wright whenever he was on the show
Right.
a couple weeks ago, and it came in at 148 proof.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was high. Yeah.
But it didn't drink that way.
No, it drank
was
way less.
It was super complex. It was super dark.
Now that's got the
molasses.
silver star with the little blue on it. Yeah. I had that at a little restaurant.
Well, that one, I
called
think
Calla in Lake Charles.
You're probably talking about Balmorea. So this was a store pick that they did.
Okay, yeah, I didn't have
Balmorea is still probably my number one whiskey, even having this. I'm still going to say Balmorea is my number one.
I don't.
But that single barrel pick that they did came in at 148 proof. It yielded 6 whole bottles. That's how much they lost during that. And it was straight molasses
Out of a
complexity.
whole barrel?
Yeah. Now they
6
do
bottles.
a
6
smaller
bottles. Yeah, they do a
33-gallon barrel,
Yes.
but
Okay.
they
Yeah, but
still,
still, 6
6
bottles.
whole bottles. That was it.
It's like my dad's camp coffee, dude. You stick a spoon in it and it'll stand up.
It was coffee dark.
Oh, yeah,
That's
it
how
was
dark
good.
it was.
Delicious, though.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
But to kind of go
Highly.
back to what you were saying, just because it's a high proof, for me at least, and I love high proof whiskey, I think there's a ton of complexity there. But it doesn't have to be a high proof to be a good whiskey. It doesn't mean it's quality. You can put shit in a barrel at 124.8 and do it at full proof or barrel proof or whatever you want to call it, and it
Right.
still come out shit whiskey.
Kevin Riley said, describes William LaRue Weller at $1,200 bottle of Red Hots.
That's it.
Well, he's not that far off.
You're not that
No,
far off,
he's really
Kevin.
not.
But it's, for me, when you recover from that first punch and you get your feet back,
Right.
Okay, so
you're like, you know you're playing with the big boys.
yeah, and as it sits, the nose opens up. There's a dark, rich sweetness there. Like it almost smells rich.
Well, if
expensive.
To me, exactly. That's what I was about to say. If you could taste quality,
It
it doesn't matter how spicy it is. I don't know how to explain what part of the taste profile, the flavor profile would be quality. It just, I taste the quality. Now, I'm sure there's whiskeys out there that aren't as hot, that have a more robust flavor, like that Mellick.
yeah.
To me, is a little bit more robust. They're about the same color.
Right, they are about the same coloration. I noticed that too because I was sitting here looking at this and looking at the Mellick, looking at this, looking at the Mellick.
But this doesn't have the dairy, the
No.
creamer quality
Right.
at all.
Which
No,
I
it
almost
does not.
I almost wanted some kind of softness, creamier mouthfeel like I got out of the Mellick because it's a
Get
weeded
that-
bourbon.
I bet you'd get that out of the Eagle Rare 17. I bet you.
Probably.
Yeah.
I bet you.
That's a pretty
Now, I've never seen the Eagle Rare 17 in person either.
right.
Yeah.
That's what, when I got my bottle of LaRue Weller, that's what it was supposed to be.
Oh, really?
She called me and told me, she said, we're getting one Eagle Rare 17. Do you want it?
Well, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do I have to say?
I can't drive fast enough.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm there, dude. And it was at MSRP. So when I got there, she said, no, it's this. Do you want it?
Yes.
Again.
Again. Yes.
And then she turns around a few weeks later, or a few months later, gets her bottle, which is the one we're drinking now.
Okay.
Says, it's way too hot for me. Do you want it?
Yes.
Third time.
Yes.
Yes. Of course I do.
So within a very short amount of time, you acquired 2 bottles of a bottle most people won't ever see in their life.
Yes, one of them was free.
That's ridiculous.
I say free. I'd given her an Elijah Craig toasted barrel,
Yeah.
and she's a single mom. I was not hounding her for payment at all. She had hooked me up with the Weller Full Proofs, the Blantons, the E.H. Taylors. She'd hooked me up with all of this. How was I going to ask her for a $100 bill?
This is
Knowing
so
all
good.
that, there was
Yeah.
no way. I'd almost completely forgotten about it. And when
Yeah.
she called me and said, "Hey, I've got this. Do you want it?" That was when my third. Yeah.
Yes.
So, and then not long after that, she took a job with the actual distributor.
Okay.
So she's on the wine side now. She doesn't see a whole lot of the whiskey, but she did say that there are some stockers, when the distributor goes in to stock the shelves, that they will hide Easter eggs.
Yeah.
That's not a myth, apparently.
No, that's a legit thing. We've
So,
seen Longhorn do it a couple of times, and
that bottom shelf that's collecting dust, bend down and look behind
Yes.
them bottles. Bend down and look behind
I
them
love
bottles.
the bottom shelf.
I found a baby Blanton's like that.
Really?
Little bitty baby Blanton's.
nice. A baby
Yes,
Blanton's.
Vic. Eddie is apparently living extremely right.
Yes, that is good.
Hey, I've been lucky to make some pretty good friends, and that's one thing I did want to touch on was the relationships with these distributors. These people, they're humans.
Yeah.
You don't walk into a liquor store and say, "Hey, you got any Blantons?" and slam the door and walk back out if they don't.
Yeah.
Right.
Get to know these people.
Right.
They've
'Cause
got families. They've
well,
got
yeah, they're
kids.
trying to make a living just like everybody else is.
And,
I mean, let's be honest.
And even if they're not trying to make a living, they're just good people.
Yeah.
For the people are good. Now, on the other hand, some people are bad. You know. Now, I can't stand the fact that you want me to go in there and spend X amount of dollars for me to enter a raffle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I
For
don't.
me to even have a chance at a raffle. Now, there's some stores around my area that's all they do. I haven't spent money there since before the hurricane, and that's going on, 3 years now?
Yeah. 3 years.
I'm not going in there for an off-the-shelf thing
Right.
that I can get from Miss Ashley with a smile for, and go check out, for a kid that, hey, don't tell me about this. I know more than you do. Just give me the whiskey.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. So it's just people go out there and make the relationships. Don't just poke your head in there. Don't go up to the bar and get pissed when they say, no, we don't have any.
Right.
And your buddy that you know that does have a relationship, when he gets a bottle of Blanton's 2 days later, don't be mad at him. He put in the work, man. He made the relationships, and it's not about the money always.
No, it's all about the rapport and the camaraderie over the brown liquor that is fantastic. I mean, let's be honest.
When I call, even Buffalo Trace now is hard to find around where I'm at sometimes. Well, at all anymore. It's hard to find.
Right.
Yeah. Period.
I'll call, hey, they got 6 bottles. How many you want? Or come pick them up.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy all 6 bottles and try to secondary.
Right. Yeah, we're
You
not.
just don't do shit like that.
Yeah, we're not fans of the secondary market neither. To me, it's
No, you don't go buy the case just because they'll sell you the case with
But-
a smile.
Yeah.
thinking
and just
that
to
this man's
clarify-
gonna put them up and he's going to savor this.
Right.
And you turn around and you secondary for 3
yeah.
times the price.
So I want to just to clarify for those that are watching, like we mentioned, you're from Louisiana. Louisiana is the same as Texas, where liquor stores are privately owned, and they could technically sell whatever bottle for whatever price they want. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think. I don't think they're set prices. I don't
Right.
think they have.
Because I know, like, liquor-controlled states like Ohio and however many other
think
ones.
North Carolina's
I can't
one too,
remember
I
all of
think.
them, but they have to sell it at SRP. But it's impossible to get it.
Yeah, that's true. That's like.
And you have to go to like ABC store. They don't have
Yeah,
private.
that's the
They don't have
ABC.
privately
Yeah, no.
owned
no,
liquor
well,
stores like we do.
Well, that's like those 2 bottles of Midwinter's Night that
Yeah.
I found at $2.99 a bottle. I called my friend. She is extremely in the know with whiskey. Obviously, she owns her own liquor joint.
Right.
She said it's way too high. Well, how can he sell it for way too high if there's rules? If
Yeah.
there's caps. So obviously Mississippi's the same way.
Yeah.
So, now she is $1 or $2 higher on some of the stuff I saw, but she's not the type of store where you're going to walk in and there's 3 cases of Taka vodka you're going to trip over because the distributor said you got to buy this.
Yeah, you gotta
before I
buy-
give you
Right.
this."
Before
Right.
you ever. Yeah.
She's not that type of place.
Right.
I hate that Republic just kind of got their hand slapped
But-
with the whole Sazerac thing from doing practices like that.
Shit, if you call a few $1 million that they hadn't paid a hand slap,
Well,
that's what I heard anyway.
I was
read.
being kind
Right.
of nice when I said that.
So, and just kind of to expand on what we were talking about as far as like privately owned liquor stores and et cetera, Kevin being in Michigan, state sets min price. Stores can change what they like. State owns all the liquor before the sale goes to the store.
Okay.
So it's a little different. It's almost state controlled, privately owned.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird.
That is a little weird.
And yeah, Vic makes a good point. Here in Texas, Buffalo Trace and Weller Special Reserve, I can pretty much find on a shelf almost regularly.
Right.
Especially with Longhorn. I mean, I've got a couple bottles of Buffalo Trace and a couple bottles of Special Reserve sitting on my shelf just because they're good daily drinkers.
Yep.
I
And-
would love to be able to keep the green label on my shelf.
Right.
I can't find it unless I drove to Longhorn
Yeah.
once or twice a month.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't get on this end more than I get on my east end. You just from the state line east, you just
So-
don't see the Wellers like
Yeah.
you do down here.
I'm curious, what are some, and I don't know if you've shopped Texas stores enough, but what are some things that you can always find on a shelf in Louisiana at your normal liquor store that you might be a little bit surprised by, or is there something that just pops into your head? You always see it on the shelf there.
One thing that pops in my head is not necessarily on the Louisiana side, but when I come to the Texas side, it's the cream of Kentucky.
Okay.
Cream of Kentucky. That was a unicorn
Yeah.
for a long time. And me and my wife went to Specs one day, went to Longhorn one day. We were looking for a beer. It's called Shipyard Pumpkinhead.
Okay.
It's they had gone, spent some time up around Boston and stuff, and met my sister-in-law, the one that's got the podcast I was telling y'all about.
Yeah.
Nobody had it. We found it. Texas had it. We went to every HEB from here to Houston off I-10.
Yeah.
We stopped at a few liquor stores. First liquor store we walk in, Longhorn, Cream of Kentucky. I about hit the floor. Y'all had shelves up.
Yeah.
Y'all had shelves up.
Yeah.
And then I walk a little further down, and I tripped over my lip because I saw all this green label.
Well, that's like we just talked about one recently. You would know this because you're more the Penelope head than I am
Yeah.
on this show. Penelope's Rio. I
Yeah.
mean, we
I
got Rio.
Well, yeah, I was one of the first ones in our area maybe the first. I don't really know.
Yeah.
Because nobody will fess up to anything, but I may have been the first in our area to have Rio, and it was, I mean, that's one of the most limited releases from at least Penelope ever. So that's kind. I mean, that goes back to what you were talking about. Build those relationships, and talk to people, become friends with them. Yeah, we shout out Longhorn Liquor all the time. We have Mike Wright on our show all the time. But even if we didn't, I would still, I mean, I feel like I would still message Eric and talk to Eric.
Well,
and
not just Eric.
Mike
I mean, you got
and
James over there in Lumberton too.
James
James
and
is super knowledgeable.
Keith here
yeah,
in-
Keith and here in Silsby. Yeah.
I mean,
This
I walk
Mike
in.
Wright fella seems like somebody I need to sit down and buy a ribeye for
Yes,
and just
for
have
sure.
a conversation.
Yeah.
with.
I mean, it would be a really good conversation.
For sure.
Maybe get a Longhorn open up in Lake Charles. Well, sorry, Ashley, I shouldn't have even said that. Shouldn't have
Oh,
even said
state
that.
line battles.
Ooh.
I know there's been talks.
Oh, I'm gonna get a side eye.
And you and I know this. There's been talks about them going into Orange in some point, Orange County, that kind of area.
Yeah, but I'm
Okay, so
I'm
that's
sure,
definitely
I'm
the William
sure
LaRue Weller.
I'm sure there's a hell of a lot of paperwork to go across that state
Oh
line.
yeah,
with
it's
liquor.
ridiculous.
I mean, if I remember right, that's why the whole Facebook secondary market was shut down. Those people going across state
Mm-hmm.
lines and mailing stuff. You know, how many bottles of olive oil will one
I'm
household
so glad he mentioned that.
That's
receive?
I
from
use
FedEx?
that line on
I
the
said that
regular.
the other night. I was like, man, I sure do love barbecue sauce.
That's it.
I was
Olive
watching
oil,
that one dude
barbecue
Ryan
sauce,
on, and he
hot
said
sauce.
he finally shipped out my barbecue, or he said I shipped out your olive oil. And I was like,
Okay.
sweet. So I was like, I sure do love some good barbecue sauce from Florida.
They said that. I heard that FedEx and UPS is kind of cracking down on it though.
So, well, and the shitty part is like Virginia,
It's so hot. God damn, it's hot.
the Virginia ABC, blah, 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 whatever, apparently they're fighting back against like USPS and UPS because they're trying to pass a bill where you can ship it legally. Well, Virginia apparently doesn't want that to happen.
Well, I mean, it's bootlegging at its basics.
That's kind of an interesting thing by Kevin.
So orange is apparently coming soon. It's been announced.
Oh, wow. I missed that.
Southern Tire Pumpkin King.
Yes.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Yeah, Pumpkin.
Out of upstate New York.
Out of upstate New York.
He said if you like pumpkin beer, that's one to.
Well, that's upstate New York is about the area where that pumpkin head is coming. If you want to do a general
Gotcha.
region,
Gotcha.
he probably knows the pumpkin head I'm talking about. But Pump King, Southern Tier Pump King. I will remember that, or get Casey to write it down.
Yeah.
Because it's
Write that down.
Because that believe it or not, now it sounds totally like a chick beer, but they would take that glass and they would rim it with cinnamon and sugar. And you drink that, dude. It was stellar.
It's kind of like that key lime.
Oh, yeah, the key lime pie beer from Nature's Brewing in
Yeah.
Port Neches, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's actually
Port Neches had a brewing
Nature's
company.
Brewing,
Oh, yeah.
Nature's Brewing
Na-
Company.
Nature's Brewing,
and
yeah.
it's. I mean, I'm not
Do
a
they
beer
do
fan.
pours and
I
stuff?
don't like beer.
No, he doesn't. He's
and
not
I
a
will
beer
sit and
guy.
drink there.
Dude, the only thing I don't like is I drink 5 kinds of beer. My beer, your beer, free beer, hot beer, and cold beer. That's the only 5
That's
types
it.
of beer.
That's all I drink.
Oh, that reminds me, being as we are talking about Nature's, you know what I happened to come across?
What was that?
Nature's is purchasing the old Poor Brothers building.
I saw that. Yeah, so they'll be in Beaumont soon.
They'll
They'll
be
have
in
a Beaumont
Beaumont,
location.
yes.
That'll be cool.
They'll be in Beaumont. I like it. Yeah, because you've got several good breweries around. You got Buxton down there in Needleland. You got Nature's that's in Port Neches. You got, oh Lord,
Okay.
what'd you read?
We got Crying Eagle, which
Crying Eagle's pretty good. Yeah,
I like their lagers. I mean,
yeah, their lagers are good.
There's
They have
a
some
company
kind
that does cider out of Louisiana too. I like their pineapple cider.
Oh, is that a?
Who is it?
Is it a bita? It's not a bita, is it?
No,
No,
Abita
Abita?
just does
Yeah.
straight.
It's their pineapple. And I know whatever you call it, whatever you want, a chick beer. That's not cool. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not manly.
Dude,
don't
I'm
really give a shit.
42 years old with 2 kids, a wife, and a mortgage, and car notes. I don't give a shit what people think I drink. If I call it
Right.
a chick beer, I will say it's a chick beer while I'm
Hey,
guzzling.
you and I got on
Exactly.
that kick Memorial Day. We were going through Carbox Ranch
Yeah.
water.
And you've got me hooked on it.
Okay.
Because even the wife, she texted me yesterday and said, "Hey, I'm making a Walmart order. Do you want some of that Carbach Ranch water for this weekend so we can just kind of chill, float in the pool?" Because it's our youngest daughter's birthday.
Right.
So after everybody kind of leaves, we're kind of all going to do the family thing. We'll float around in the pool. But yeah, apparently I like Carbach Ranch water now.
I've still got some. You want me to bring mine?
Hey, after having a ice cold draft Carbach Crawford Bach in Minute Maid Park, I'm a Carbach fan.
Carbox Crawford Bach is good.
So are
Yeah,
you
that
an
Crawford
Astros
Bach.
fan?
I am.
Congratulations. Thank you, sir. You're an honorary Texan.
Well, it's
You
the
win.
first and only major league game I'd ever been to.
Oh, really?
Yep. But it was a connection with my son that I'm never going to overlook. I'm never going to overlook. The Astros, for me, will always be my first major league game with my son at his first major
That's
league
how
game.
mine was. Our first one with our oldest was Astros Rangers in Minute Maid.
Yep. And we actually watched the Rangers.
Okay.
Yep. Joey Gallo was still playing with him. He sat
Gotcha.
right in front. He stood right in right field, right in front of us.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah, I'll never forget it because I had some.
Thank you. Parish Brewing.
Parrish.
Ferris.
Okay.
Thank you, Vic.
I knew somebody was going to know. And good. That's good information. So Clint said the Beaumont location will be for distribution only
Distribution
for now.
only, yeah.
So that
I knew
that's
that
good.
part of it. I forgot to mention it.
You need to see Nature's Brewing Company in more locations and more
do.
stores.
You
and
do. I mean,
they're
that-
making good stuff.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, Parish Brewing Company. If I could find some more here in Beaumont, I know HEB carries a lot of it,
Yep.
or some, I say a lot, some of it, in the whole build your own 6-pack thing that they do. So I usually try to grab a couple. I
Yeah.
think they're doing. I mean,
Yeah,
I
Parrish
like
is making some
those
good
ciders.
stuff.
I can't get that pumpkin out of my head, that Southern Tier. I'm kind of intrigued about that. Thank you, Mr.
Honey,
Kevin.
honey, write
Appreciate
that down.
Write that down.
Can they see the chat?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty. Yeah. If they're on YouTube,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
should be.
You can
able
see
to.
all the comments.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I see Carrie in there, too. Thanks for the podcast shout-out, and Pumpkinhead is the best.
Okay.
So Carrie is the one that has the podcast. What's the name? Go ahead and shout it out. What's the name of it? Where can they find it?
Paranormal Chicks.
Paranormal chicks.
Yeah, they're-
paranormal.
Paranormal.
they're-
I
See
see
what
what
they
you
did
did
there?
there.
Paranormal Chicks.
Paranormal chicks.
I've never listened to it, and she knows. No, she knows why. I'm too attention deficit.
Yeah.
The fact that I'm
feel
sitting
you on
here
that
with
one.
you guys shooting the shit,
And you're still sitting.
and I'm still sitting,
Right.
I want so bad to get up and get
I
one
think-
of those bottles of water
Oh, I
again.
get you.
Well, I think this helps.
Oh,
Because
for sure, dude.
So there's
that,
a
no, the second 70
there's a
milligram
running-
Vyvanse
so-
that I took before I got here.
right. Yeah, it helps a lot. So there's a running joke at work, and they call it the Bucky Shuffle. Because I'll be in mid conversation, and I don't know if y'all can still see me on camera, but I start doing this whenever I get bored with a conversation, and I'm like, I gotta walk away. I'm sorry, I don't mean anything by it, but this is when people know to stop talking to me because I do the Bucky Shuffle.
That's
Thank
why I know my wife is an angel. She's not human. She's an angel because she has dealt with that for almost 20 years now. Anybody else would be like, or has been, this motherfucker's a retard. Y'all drink again.
Drink.
Baby, this is honestly water. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm not drinking beer with
For
my
those that
whiskey.
don't know, yes, we are drinking water. I don't know if y'all have it over there in Louisiana.
I think
Fuck your gumbo, dude.
I think they do.
You're invited back for a second episode.
I think.
I'm throwing it out there now.
Hey, can I bring Vic with me?
You can.
Sure.
Please.
Vic, dude,
we will
Vic.
figure out a fourth somehow.
Vic is he's one of my spirit animals, dude.
Yeah?
I love Vic to death, dude. Me and him see eye to eye on just about everything ever. And he is my voice of reason a lot of times.
It's good it's good to have a voice
Yeah.
of reason.
Every now and then.
I have one. He's sitting across from me.
Sometimes you just got to rein them back in.
You got to have a yin to a yang.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Look, I'm still drinking this hot ass shit.
So, I'm curious.
Want more?
No, don't mix it with that one.
Okay.
I poured the Weller Foolproof
Okay.
Yep.
because I was curious of how they would compare.
Okay.
William LaRue Weller blows it the fuck out of the water.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I was hopeful
Took you that long to figure that out?
Do you think three guys in a shed are going to outdo years and years of taste testing and saying that
Well, no.
this should be in the BTAC while that shouldn't?
I was just curious how they compare.
I'm sorry, that sounded like a huge asshole comment. I did not
No.
mean it that way.
It's fine, whatever, bro.
I love it.
Whatever, bro.
I love it. That's awesome. I love it. Fantastic.
I hope you have to pee going over that long ass fucking bridge.
It's not very
I'm not
nice.
going that far. I'm going right there to Lake Charles.
He's just going to Lake
And
Charles.
yes, I have had to pee on that big old dick.
What is it? The Atchafalaya Bridge?
First of all, it's a Chapalaya.
Chafalaya.
It's Atchafalaya.
No.
Or
It's not.
like when people post their location on it, they put it on Facebook. Is that long ass bridge in Louisiana?
That's what it
Yeah.
is. That long ass bridge in Louisiana.
I've actually seen people tag themselves on the long ass bridge. In
Yes.
Louisiana.
It says a lot when when that has its own Facebook page, and the fact that our train here in town has
Yeah.
its own Facebook page.
train of
It's
Silsbee.
that effing train.
That if, I'm going to follow that one.
Yeah.
Is it a follow or a like or what?
Whatever it is, I don't even know.
I think it's one or the other, or maybe
But
both.
The only other time I'd ever been to Silsbee, remember I talked.
you've been to Silsbee?
Yeah. There was
Why?
a restaurant here that used to buy butchered alligator meat from my dad. Remember
Okay.
we had talked about that? My dad used to trap alligators.
Yeah, I think
when
it
I
was
a
the
kid.
oh shoot, what was it? It was an old train car.
I
It
was
used
a
to be
kid,
literally
dude.
right across from where the bottle shop is.
Okay.
There's a parking lot directly
Yeah.
across. It was in there, and I
Oh, okay.
cannot remember the name of it.
They had sent my mom and one of the other trappers' wives.
I'm gonna step out real quick.
Okay.
And of course, me being a young kid at
Right.
the time, they sent me with the women because they stayed at the camp all night. They were skinning alligators. They
Yeah.
could not watch kids, and on top of that, they're drinking the shit out of beer too.
Which, by the way, is super fun experience with skinning alligators and hunting alligators.
Oh well, yeah, you got razor sharp knives flying everywhere, and Skinning an alligator isn't like skinning a deer. Or
No,
rabbit.
it's not.
It's the hide that they were after,
Yes.
so you didn't nick the hide.
Right.
Whatsoever. I'd watch 4 men skin one alligator, and it'd take a long time.
I spent a week in Pecan Island
Really?
hunting alligator. I got a deer,
Really?
a dear friend of the family lives down there, a gentleman
So
by
you
the
did
name
it
of-
right.
Yeah,
You
we
did
did
it
the
right.
whole 9 yards. It was. I enjoyed the shit out of it.
I'm sorry, you were going to
So
call
much
his
fun.
name? Go ahead.
Oh yeah, Mr. Randy Broussard down there in Pecan. He actually worked for the. He was a welder for the Rockefeller Refuge down there in Pecan.
It isn't the same Randy Broussard that works for W.R. Grace, is it? Because
I don't.
he's a welder, and he was a pipeline welder. I need to ask Randy if he ever welded for the refuge. But
Yeah.
I don't think Randy ever trapped alligators. Randy Broussard, I know. He's from Hackberry.
Oh no, this guy's from Pecan, like born and bred Pecan.
Okay. Yeah, the Randy Broussard, I'm
I'm
thinking
sorry,
of.
the Elijah Craig was calling, and I answered.
I need to hurry up and shoot this. Hang on.
Do something with it.
just
You
hot.
don't have to shoot it. Whoa.
Yeah, whoa.
Well, if you want to sip it, it's just tonight for some damn reason. It's a little
Here.
hot for me.
Do something with it.
Like I said, it's whiskey. Drink it, and I do not mind sharing.
All right. So I don't know if you want to try the Weller Foolproof. I brought
I went.
since you.
I went with the,
So-
the
Am I
Elijah
going to do my
Craig.
fourth? Fuck yeah. Drink.
So in honor of what we've got going on here tonight, he brought us JT Millick, Elijah Craig, store pick, barrel proof store pick, correct?
It's a private barrel.
The
Private
private barrel.
Okay.
A Lake Street Liquor.
So
private
Lake Street.
barrel.
So he brought a Lake Street Liquor private barrel Elijah Craig.
Yes.
I felt obligated to bring a Longhorn Liquor Old Forester single barrel. So
I'm
if you'd
stoked
like,
about that one, dude.
this will be a fresh crack. So
Okay.
we do fresh crack Friday every now and then.
Yes, every now and then. Damn, I hate that I poured this. I'm going to have to finish this quick.
What is it, Elijah Craig?
The Elijah Craig. It was
I
called.
hadn't had that one yet
It was
either.
calling me.
You ready?
It was calling my name.
That was
Oh, I like that.
it was more like an angel's whisper.
I did a little squeak.
I have yet to try this one, by the way.
I'll hit
I'm
that.
just gonna
I'll
take a
hit that
little
next.
shot of this, Miss Ashley.
So I want a little bit of this one,
See how good she is at picking a barrel.
and I'll
Yeah,
come back.
that's when I saw that there was a private barrel and it was a Lake Street Liquor
I'll come back
private
around and try that one here in just
barrel.
a
I
second.
was like, I got to try this just to see.
Now, if it's from Elijah Craig, I don't have to say anything.
Okay.
Everybody out there's had an Elijah Craig.
Right.
They know the quality of an Elijah
Can I
Craig.
see that bottle real quick?
This one.
Yep. I'm just curious. All right, so this one is the Elijah Craig single barrel, private barrel. What do you think?
You taste the sides of the barrel with it. And I love that.
So it's super oaky. Lake Street Liquor private barrel coming in at 125.2. Barrel number 6221549.
At all.
Aged 10 years, uncut, straight from the barrel.
She picked a hell of a fucking barrel. Drink.
Man, that is good. That is. Oh
All right.
That's beyond good. Dude.
yes.
So the Old Forester, single barrel select, barrel strength, Longhorn Liquor, Warehouse G, floor 4. This one comes in at 126.2.
Slightly hotter.
Just a little.
The blue bottle's awfully pretty.
It sure is.
I like it. Is he talking about the Weller Foolproof or the Old Forester?
That's a good question.
Either one. They're both pretty.
I like the stone blue and the
This
Old
one's a store
Forester.
pick too, by the way.
Yeah, that's a
Real
Longhorn store
Longhorn.
pick.
I've had enough Wellers to know that some bitch looks hot as fuck. Drink.
Damn you, Scuba Steve.
I'm talking to my wife and Miss Anna, but if you want to follow suit,
Hey,
you're more than welcome.
I like a good drinking game.
You working tomorrow?
Nope.
Okay, good. I had to check.
I'll be at the ball fields all day.
I was gonna say I'm doing the family thing just like he is. So,
I'll be drinking whiskey.
all right. Let's see.
That is good.
Woo. All right, that's good.
Which one do you have?
The
Old
Ofo.
Forester?
It's good on the nose. Dark cherry.
Yeah, that Elijah
Sweet
Craig
tea.
is definitely coming back home with me. Y'all drink as much as y'all want.
But I'm taking the rest.
Dude, if you smash that bottle,
Yes,
I'll
Tyler.
let you have it.
Tyler, this is the Old Forester from last year is absolutely delicious.
I can't get over that
Yeah.
Elijah Craig though. That Craig.
But I'm
is-
She
And-
picked a hell of a
She
barrel,
did.
dude.
She picked a good.
So,
barrel.
would you say she quite often does great barrel picks, or do you have a lot of her barrel picks, or
From Lake Street Liquor, I've never had anything be like, they kind of missed it. Nope, it's nail on the head. She knows what she's doing. Bottom line. I mean, it's.
I'd have to agree with him. Having this one, because I mean we've done Longhorn store picks and
all the
stuff
time
like that. This one's pretty good. I think you'll even.
But I will.
This one.
Because I've had some bad store picks. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, yeah.
But I will 100% stand behind Mike Wright and the team at Longhorn Liquor on every single store pick they do.
Well, if you're
They
calling,
do well as well.
if you're calling that, I'm gonna tell you right now, Miss Ashley's their Louisiana cousin because this is a good pick.
So I do have a bottle, and I kind of wish I would have brought it now. Are you obviously you're a fan of weeded bourbons?
I am a weeder
Okay.
until I had the Midwinter's Night.
So I have, and I kind of wish I would have brought it. I have a Rebel Distiller Select
Okay.
Barrel Select from Oak Cabinet Liquor. I like Rebel 100 for a bottom shelf.
Yes.
Absolutely delicious, and
Rebel
I
never had it.
I would recommend it.
I'd highly
try it.
recommend
Anybody that wants to buy a $25 bottle, $20 bottle,
Yeah.
Kind of like the old granddad.
yeah, Old Granddad 114,
Yep.
Old Granddad bonded.
Yep. That bonded's actually
Evan
really
Evan
freaking
Williams,
good.
yeah, Evan Williams bottled in bond.
Yeah,
Dude, Evan Williams bottled in bond shocked the shit out of me when I first had it. I still got some in my liquor cabinet.
But
That's what I tell people that are just starting out. Hey, man, what's a good bottle to go buy? Find you an Evan Williams white label.
yeah,
Find you an old Granddad bonded. Find you an old Granddad
114.
114. Find that. And that, it's just good whiskey.
So- So let me ask you this, because I've told my story on this show before. If you heard me in a liquor store talking to a not very knowledgeable liquor store worker, which would not obviously be at Longhorn or Lake Street, and that person finally walked away, but I was asking about weeded whiskeys, where would you point me? Would you give a couple? Can you give a couple
original
different?
weeded whiskey. Here in Texas, I'd point them to a Special Reserve.
Okay.
I mean, that's the original weeded whiskey. That's
and if
where I
that
would
wasn't
start.
available,
If that wasn't available, oh shit!
at this particular store, that was not available at that time.
I'd point them anything Maker's Mark.
Okay.
Anything Maker's Mark, anything. No, Maker's Mark probably, because you can find a Maker's Mark anywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah.
You can pull into a gas station and find a Maker's Mark. That's if
See,
I point them to a weeder.
That's one of the issues I have
what
with
I
Texas
love-
versus
that's what I love
Louisiana.
about Louisiana. You can
You can
pull
go to a
anywhere.
gas station.
You can walk into
A
Walmart.
goddamn
and buy
gas
liquor.
station.
Y'all can't find a Maker's Mark here?
No,
we
Maker's
can.
Mark is fine.
Yeah.
It's the gas station part of it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I forget.
You can't
about
buy liquor in a gas station
Yeah.
in Texas.
Yeah, you gotta buy. I forgot about that.
But I have many, many nights of pulling into a gas station and buying some really bad liquor just to continue drinking.
some Mad Dog 2020.
Boone's Farm.
You know the MD what that actually stands for?
Wouldn't have a clue. Does any
Mogan David.
who?
Mogan David. You
Who
don't
that?
remember the old Christmas wine that your grandma would buy? The Mogan David, the just the grape wine.
The grape sangria. yeah.
Mogan David is what the MD
Yeah.
stands for.
Yeah.
So-
Maker's 46. That's kind of, yeah.
And just kind of let's get some
Ancient
viewer-
Age. Vic
Ancient,
called
yeah.
it. We just talked about that a
Whoa.
little while ago before we started.
Let's get some viewer comments in. Tyler wants to know, is Lake Street the one with the lady who has all the old decanters?
I don't remember seeing any old decanters. That
Just
sentence
kinda-
didn't end how I thought it was going to
Hey!
end.
What's up, old Humble?
Old that's right. They're doing some construction, so he's actually off right now.
Where's Old Humble at?
Old
In
Humble
Humble?
is a distillery. It's a distillery in
Humble,
Humble, Texas. And we actually had his stuff at Texas Whiskey Fest in Bee Cave.
What do I need to look for?
His
Because I don't
72.
see it in Louisiana.
If you,
Oh,
if
okay.
you can make the drive to Humble, his 72.
Spec sells.
Yeah, Spec
They
sells
have two
it.
different ones at
I don't know if
Specs.
Specs has the one that I was fixing to mention.
No,
'cause I
they're
know-
not gonna. That they don't.
Yeah,
Obviously,
that's a distillery only one. His 72-hour blackout It was when we had the ice storm. That's kind of how it started off being, what do you call it, Snowmageddon or Ice-mageddon or something like that?
Yeah.
But then it ended up turning into 72-hour blackout.
Yeah.
I'm going to end up unplugging myself.
No, you're good.
No, you're good.
You're
buddy.
good.
So, and then Tyler kind of made a comment about the weeded. So, nice catch. Cat-like
them
reflexes,
I'm
even
kinda
drinking.
teetering.
Look at them reflexes.
So Tyler's recommendations for weeded were Weller Special Reserve, Maker's Mark 101, or Maker's 46.
I can get down with the 101 and the 46.
So my recommendations.
Not a huge fan of the regular Makers.
Yeah. So my recommendations to the gentleman in question here were Rebel 100, Makers, but I flat out told him I'm not a fan of the original Makers.
Gotcha.
I have to get Makers 101, and then my last one was the Penelope White Label, but it's a 4-grain, not just a weeded whiskey.
Oh, that's breaking news. Old Humble Specs will have our standard issue Boomtown bourbon soon. Their Boomtown's pretty good too.
Yeah.
I forgot about the
try it.
Boomtown.
I'm not off. I'm working on the road. Never
Now-
off.
Never
now,
off.
a small distillery like that, now, they just go Republic or whatever. I mean,
I don't know who.
is
he
there any way
uses.
that I could kind of get them over the state lines?
I mean, I'm sure you could probably ask Ashley and see who, because
She can request
I don't-
it, maybe?
I don't know if she could or not. I don't know how that whole thing works. If he's still in, he can comment on that, because
Yeah, I don't remember. Oh, god dang. I can't remember if they were with Greenlight or Republic. No, they're not with Republic, are you?
it's got to be green light.
Shit. Chime in. Let us know.
Yeah, I know most of the
how do we
Republic
get-
rep,
Miss
too.
Ashley's
And can we
watching
get y'all
because
across the border?
I know she had a tasting tonight at the store.
Oh, okay.
And then she stays super busy with them boys. I mean,
Gotcha.
that
Oh, I'm
girl
sure.
is a runner, dude.
Yeah?
She's never not busy.
What's she doing a tasting on?
I didn't even look.
Oh.
Dude. I ran in because I was going to grab you those glasses.
Yeah.
And
But Old Humble
I
is.
ran right back out because I didn't realize. You had told me several times it was in Silsby. When I finally put it in the damn Waze and saw Silsby, I was like,
You're going into Texas
Shit.
a little bit, yeah.
I was thinking, just into Beaumont a little bit.
Yeah, no, we're
Which,
Okay, so
It
they
didn't
used
take
to
me an hour
be.
and a
They
half,
used to
but-
be with Greenlight. Now they're with ATX.
okay. ATX. Okay.
I'll find out if she can
Find
get
out.
anything with ATX.
Figure it out. But yeah, super small. Great. They're doing great things. You got to love somebody that's got the ambition and want to and drive. They're making good Texas whiskey.
Hey,
Let's just put
Casey,
that out
write
there.
down Old Humble Distilling Company.
Old Humble's a good one. There's another one that we're friends with. As a matter of fact, we'll be there July 1st for a live at their distillery, Texas Tail, out of Galveston.
I have a hard time not pronouncing that H on Humble.
Humble.
Is that not
Kind of like gross TT.
Yeah, that's cross tit. Ball. You got to throw the ball in behind it.
Yeah.
And Mighty Gwen. Mighty Gwen's right at the next exit.
You got
You know what Mighty Gwen is in French, huh?
I have no idea.
It's a mosquito.
Is it?
Really?
So y'all literally named it after a mosquito.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
All right, so
And we're very close to.
and I'm assuming this is Joe commenting,
I'm
right?
assuming it is, yeah.
I just want to make sure we know who we're talking to, and we're also very close to hooking up with. Hey, Longhorn! Fingers crossed.
If you need help with that Longhorn thing,
That'll
I know
connect us all
two
through.
guys
Yeah,
that
I
can
know.
facilitate.
We know a guy.
We know a guy. We know a guy.
Would love to see y'all in Longhorn.
Yes.
I know we've said it, and I really hope we can all get together at some point, whether that's on his YouTube, our YouTube, both.
Somebody's YouTube.
Would love to do something with Old Humble. I think they're doing great things. I love.
That
us,
72 blackout was,
but that's what we. I mean,
Yeah.
I got a soft spot
yeah.
for these Texas whiskey companies.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
these
we're
smaller ones.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
You gotta love it. That's me. Hey, I figured it was Joe. I just wanted to make sure before I said something.
Big deal's coming in the next 4 weeks. I heard he actually.
Hell yeah.
I heard he actually named a whiskey after Gangster Mac.
Yep. But so JT Mellick, what's the one we did? Sugarfield
Yes, out of Gonzales.
out of Gonzales, Louisiana.
I've seen that one.
I still have some in my my beer fridge, actually in the garage.
So
the Sugarfield.
here in Texas, we can throw out a bunch of names. I can say Balcones. Everybody knows what it is. Garrison Brothers. Most people are going to know what it is.
Still
something
Austin.
like Still Austin. Probably most everybody's going to know what it is. and then we've got a bunch of smaller ones: Lone Elm, Old
I
Humble.
love that line. Have booze will travel.
Exactly.
Yes.
Same dude.
Samesies.
Same
As
deal.
far
I did
as
today.
Yeah, right?
Right.
Have booze will travel. When it comes to Louisiana, what are the ones that you can throw out as far as local distilleries?
The only one I know is Melick.
Really?
Melick, and they had an LA or an LA1 that it bombed. That's the one I was telling y'all about a while ago. It bombed. They actually did a farewell batch, if I'm not mistaken.
There's a few that are in New Orleans that I've reached out to. One of them does.
Well, I mean, obviously, there's the Sazerac House.
Well,
and
yeah,
stuff.
Sazerac
That's
House
where-
in New Orleans,
I mean,
but this was.
everybody knows what Sazerac is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to claim that one to Louisiana.
I want to say
anymore.
this
I mean,
one was it 3-7? It was either 3-7 or Lucky 7 because they
337.
yeah 337.
That's our area.
Yeah, that's the
They-
area code. Literally, pretty much all of.
Yeah, they do a
Louisiana.
because all their liquors are named after neighborhoods in New Orleans.
Okay.
So their bourbon is actually referred to as Bywater bourbon because it's
Yep.
referring to the Bywater neighborhood.
Yeah.
There in New Orleans.
I'm not familiar with any of that.
I tried
need
to
look
reach out
into
to
that.
them. They told me
So-
like, "Hey, we're not in Texas yet, but when we get in Texas, we'll let you know."
Yeah.
For sure.
So
Yeah. Still Austin.
Still Austin is good,
delicious.
yeah.
I should have brought. I could
Now,
see, and that's another
Vic,
one.
I've still got an unopened bottle in my cabinet that you gave me. Which one was that? It's got the big TX on it.
That's
That's
TX
probably
whiskey
TX
from
whiskey.
Firestone and Robertson.
That's the
Yeah.
one he was excited for me to try.
Now, is it just?
And
I would be
haven't
curious. Is
even
it just
tried
a
it
regular Firestone and whiskey TX or Firestone and Robertson TX?
I don't
Is it-
remember. He I'm trying to get him to tell me.
Let me know which one it is that he's got, because their TX whiskey PX sherry finish
yes, that's a good one.
made my top finished bourbon list.
Yes,
I like their PX sherry.
Their PX sherry.
Their regular is good. It's
Yeah.
it's not a bad whiskey. It just is. It wouldn't be one of my favorites, I guess.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, we say it all the time. This is all subjective. This is all your
Well, I
opinion.
mean, yeah, everybody's taste is obviously different.
Oh,
way
yeah.
different. Yeah.
He also gave me a Maker's Mark, and I forget which edition it is.
Oh,
There's so much
shit.
writing on that label.
Ryan said he has a bottle of the LA1 last release.
Yeah,
That wouldn't surprise me, being as
No,
from
not at
Baton
all.
Rouge. It was not surprise me.
But I'm
so
curious.
is it good? I never tasted any of the LAs. The
So
LA1.
LA1 was the name of the distillery?
That's what they had on the bottle. It must have not been the name. of the
That's fixed.
distillery.
You got me on that one. I'm sure Ryan will answer that question real quick.
I'd be curious a little bit. I mean, just anybody that knows any kind of information on LA1.
I just know that I saw some reviews that
Yeah.
they sucked.
Oh, okay.
Well,
there
the
you
whiskey sucked. The guys might be great
So it-
guys. I'm
so-
sorry.
Right.
No,
Sorry, I
you're
don't-
good. I mean, and we've always said it. We're going to be honest with whatever we're tasting.
Oh,
I
for
mean,
sure, yeah.
So Vic said it was just the regular TX. Be
Okay.
curious of your thoughts on it.
I'm gonna try
Chime
it.
in anytime after you try it. Let us know what you think.
I'll show up one Friday afternoon, uninvited, half drunk. Hey, that TX
Hey.
was fucking good.
or Texas whiskey sucks, you guys.
Like y'all's gumbo.
God dang it, quit it.
I got to.
So
That's actually a meme
Here's
back
a-
home.
is it?
Yeah, like
Then that's why it's
so-and-so's
lousy.
mom's stuff tasted like Texas gumbo. Like saying it tastes like shit.
Bastard. See, and
There's a guy I
take
work with. He's from East Texas. He's not Vidor area, Orange area.
Okay.
There, the Boat Club, all that. He cooks gumbo at work, and it's not bad. But I caught him putting fucking tomatoes in it one time, and I about hit.
Whoa,
Shut
whoa, whoa, whoa,
No.
whoa! You're making Sunday sauce at that point.
Yep.
You're
I'm like,
Italian.
Dude.
Stop!
Oh,
What are you doing?
I was like,
So-
do not, and he did it, and it was not bad. But the thing is my father-in-law as well. The first time I cooked gumbo for him, he had a bunch of shrimp in the freezer. Said, "Okay, well, I'm making a seafood gumbo."
Right?
Well, he asked me, he said, "Well, where's the tomatoes and the okra?" I was like,
No,
No.
"No." I
No.
was like, "Well, that's how we had it here." I said, "Well,
that's wrong.
No.
father-in-law, that's New Orleans style."
Yeah.
You know, and he understood, and I cooked it like he wanted it that night, and they loved it. It was great.
Yeah.
I mean, it was not bad, but it was a stew.
Yeah.
Right.
It was a stew. It was. It
Yeah,
was not
anytime
a
you
gumbo.
put, and don't get me wrong, my grandma used to do it. She used to do sausage okra gumbo.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okra.
Yeah.
Okra was the main ingredient with a little bit of meat in it.
Yeah.
My mom will do it with a little bit of chicken.
Yeah, but
Maybe
she
some
added
tasso in it.
She added chicken to hers.
Yeah.
But the sausage, when she did the sausage, she only used andouille
Okra.
sausage.
Which my dad
Oh,
will
yeah,
kinda
andouille
go out to
sausage
mine.
is-
He'll make a chicken and sausage gumbo and throw some shrimp in it.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. But when I was a kid, you know, you had a wild game gumbo, like a duck or a goose gumbo.
Correct.
We put squirrels in a gumbo before.
Well, that's
Fucking
kinda weird.
amazing.
That's interesting.
You're getting weird on
I,
me.
no,
amazing.
I'd be down to that because growing up as a kid, I love.
No,
Squirrel
I've had
dumplings.
squirrel. Don't get me wrong.
Squirrel
but-
dumplings are amazing.
I never did it with dumplings. I've always just we cook them down, make a gravy.
Right.
You know, or you had a seafood gumbo,
Okay.
or you had an okra gumbo.
Right.
There was no mixing of the gumbo.
So in your
You don't mix
The
the
gumbos
well,
were all
no,
separate.
well, time out. So you don't put sausage in your seafood gumbo?
Yeah, I'll put a little bit
Okay.
of sausage tasso. But
I
got
put
a buddy of
sausage in
mine-
my seafood gumbo.
I use tasso.
The Terrios that are watching now, Chad will
Yeah.
put okra in just about all of his gumbo.
See, and I don't
from
do
what
the
I see.
okra.
And it's not bad. I
Yeah.
love it.
No, it's
I love
not.
it.
It's a nice thickening agent.
You know what gumbo is?
I just
An
don't
African
do.
word, right?
I don't do okra in my gumbo.
Gumbo is an African word
That doesn't surprise me.
for okra. Gumbo is the African word for the slaves from the Canary Islands, the islands.
Well-
They brought the word gumbo. That's where okra's from, is Africa.
Right, and I mean, it's the original thickening agent of a gumbo.
Absolutely, 100%.
But me personally, I don't like okra in my gumbo.
Well, if you cook it down, if you fry it down in a skillet real hard.
So you saute it down first?
Yeah, you saute it down, fry it down real hard, and it's going to make a big black burnt
Right.
spot on the bottom of your pot.
Yeah.
But what you're doing, you're cooking the slime out of it. Then you put it in.
Okay.
Cook the slime out of it a little bit first. Now, it's still going to thicken it up.
Yeah.
But you won't get that spoonful of snot hanging down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want. You have.
I don't want that.
Yeah, you don't want that. But
Because, I mean, so let's just kind of get it all out there. I mean, we talk about it all the time. We have Cajun coon-ass ties.
Very much.
My great-grandma used to talk straight, Cajun French to us all the time.
Well, they
to
all
this
moved-
day,
they all
I
moved
can't
out of-
talk. I can't understand it. I can't talk. I can't speak it. But that's how she talked to us.
yeah, they all moved out of.
And that's where I learned a lot of it. And then, of course, my grandmother, who I lived with, rest in peace, love you to death, that's where I learned how to cook.
Yep.
Was the
From
dirty
south-
rice, the gumbo, the
Southwest Louisiana. See, there's actually 17 parishes of Acadiana, which is the Cajun heartland. Now, the word Cajun was actually a bastardization of the word Acadian, with their accent, Acadien. It sounded like a Cajun, Acadien. Those people, when oil was hit around Beaumont,
Right.
East Texas, and then the refineries started up, those people out of the 17 parishes of Acadiana, there was a shit ton of them that moved into East
Oh
Texas.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
East Texas is almost just as coon-ass as
Yeah.
Southwest Louisiana at some points.
Right.
Hell, y'all got a damn Cajun music festival.
Yeah, we do.
Y'all get Wayne Toops over here just as much as we
God,
do
I've
over
seen
there.
so much Wayne Toops and listened to so much Wayne
Smoking
Toops.
Toops, baby.
God dang, dude.
Cocaine Wayne.
Yep.
Cocaine Wayne.
Wayne. That's
Wayne,
another
if you're
one.
watching, sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
I have seen and heard more Cocaine Wayne in my life than I ever want to.
Listen to some Pine Leaf Boys.
Yeah?
Wilson Savoy, his dad actually makes the Acadian accordions. That is one of the Rolls Royces of accordions. His dad is
That's like an Abbeville. That's like an Abbeville air compressor, right?
well, we call it a Karen Crow air
Okay.
compressor. Karen Crow air compressor.
Yeah.
Which a Karen Crow is a buzzard.
Yep.
So they named
So-
their towns after animals. And
And I mean,
I've been to Carriacrow, Louisiana.
I mean, because you say Texas gumbo, we
No,
make
I'm
all,
just messing
and I say Louisiana. We make all these jokes,
Right.
But like at my Mimi's funeral, we played Amazing Grace in Cajun French.
Yeah.
that was her favorite version of the song, and this is the way she listened
Let me
to
tell
it.
you, oddly enough,
That's how. I mean, we're not that far apart.
It was a group of women, and I can't remember the name of that group, but they did Amazing Grace, and it's then they do one a cappella too.
Do they?
It'll make your skin crawl. how
I
beautiful that song is.
just listening to it, hearing it over the speaker whenever we were standing there. I mean, I got goosebumps.
It makes your skin
It's
crawl, dude.
crazy.
Cajun French is actually a beautiful language. You
It
hear-
is.
you hear
And
my
I wish I would have.
grandparents
I wish I would have
speak it
learned
fluently.
more. Yeah.
My grandpa had 4 other brothers and some sisters. But the brothers, they used to get there on Saturday afternoons. You know, we'd mass and then we'd cook, and then they'd go sit out. Now, this is back when they still had the fold-out lawn chairs with the weapons.
Right.
Yes, hell yeah.
They'd sit in a circle and they'd speak French.
Yeah.
And they'd laugh and they'd speak French, and then they started to die. And then one brother died, and then another brother died, and then, you know, and we lost it.
And when it dies off, it dies off.
Yeah.
Freaking lost it, dude.
When my mama died, my great grandma died. That I felt like it. And then my Mimi just recently passed away, but it didn't get spoken in the house as much as it did
Because
when
they got
she
in
was
trouble.
around.
They did not want us to learn it. I asked my grandmother several times, Mama, after Mass on Sunday morning, if I come drink coffee with you, will you teach me French? No, baby.
Coffee,
No.
milk, speak French to me.
No, because they got whipped when they were kids. My grandpa made it to the 6th grade before he quit. He quit to go work.
Really?
And they never spoke English except in school. But they would get whipped for speaking French. But he ended up one of the best welders you had ever seen.
Yeah.
He taught himself trigonometry with a soapstone on a piece of sheet metal. I'd watch him. Never made it past 6th grade.
Damn.
Now, he enlisted in the Army during World War II.
That's wild.
No, yeah, okay.
All right, so let's.
Brian's watching. What's up, B-Rad G?
All right, so
That's another brother-in-law.
LA1. So let's go back a little bit. LA1 was the distillery.
Okay.
That answers that question.
Gotcha.
Kevin apparently misses authentic Cajun food. I think. Oh,
His
that's
dad's
right.
from Lafayette.
Kevin said his
Yeah,
dad
his
was
dad's
from Lafayette.
from Lafayette.
Vic, that's New
I
Orleans
wonder
style.
if that's
Vic,
related to Steve Riley.
Okra is
no telling.
okra is required for gumbo. No, it's not.
No,
Brian,
it's not.
tomatoes in gumbo or not? No, but yes in jambalaya.
See,
Eh.
Brian G and Vic are brother-in-laws.
Okay,
So if they start an argument on y'all,
I'm good with it. Y'all go at
Go
it.
just
at it,
fucking
yeah.
watch it,
Yeah.
because it'll be hilarious.
Where's my
You ought to see
popcorn?
them on our family chats.
No, I bet that's awesome.
Well, I don't know, not family
Well, and
chats,
that- so-
but just we have group chats sometimes, like
Yeah.
on vacation.
But I made the
Dude,
comment
I
earlier.
laugh at them goofy son of a bitches. They're hilarious.
That's fun.
But I mean, like I was saying, I made the comment earlier. This is not the time to be soft spoken. You're Cajun. Let it out. That's always been part of who I am. I don't talk a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But when I do, you're gonna hear me,
Oh, if I'm awake, I'm fucking talking, dude.
and it's because that's part of it. That I'm coon ass. I'm gonna get loud when I talk.
Well, yeah, that's
I'm not always mad.
No.
I'm not mad.
no.
No.
You
No,
just
no, no.
that,
But I'm gonna talk, and I'm passionate. I'm gonna talk loud.
that octave's gonna kick
Right.
up a notch. Yeah.
And my
for
thing
sure.
is thanks, Mom, but I got attention deficit from your side. Dude, I don't stop to the point to where my wife will be in 10 minutes into a serious conversation and be like, "You're not listening to
I'm
me."
not.
Yeah, I'm listening to you. What I say, shit.
Shit, exactly. I can't. There's something there, and I'm the same way. I can't.
I got a buddy of mine I would be doing exactly what you're doing now, monologuing, talking. We'd be sitting in a bar drinking beer, watching football, whatever. I'd be monologuing. He would take, as he's watching me talk, he'd ball up a straw paper, and he'd take it as I'm talking, and he'd drop it. And when he'd drop it, I'm done.
done.
That's what I was. So the entire time he was doing
Down with the
this,
fucking straw
my
paper.
eyeball. No, I'm trying to pay attention. My eyes are. You're gonna do it. I'm watching you. You're not. You don't have anything in your hand.
You're in for a treat if you get us two fucking talking, dude. I'm telling you.
He had nothing in his hand, and the time my eyes are like, he's gonna drop it. And I'm looking and I'm talking.
So what's
waiting.
your Adderall of choice?
Vyvanse.
Mine too, 70s. I just took 2.
Damn.
Yeah.
70s.
Dude, you don't know me, apparently. Yes, I got to have them.
That's up there.
Hey, the first time when I literally put out the whole thing about needing a guest co-host, and this guy responded, we had what, hour and a half conversation?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Literally, I'm literally sitting in my box truck, parked in front of the convenience store, and we're just going back and forth with it the whole time. And next thing I know, I look down at the counter, hour 29 minutes, some odd seconds. I'm like, holy shit!
All right.
Well, you just got paid to listen to me talk about
Right.
All right.
absolute shit.
You're gonna like that. I'm gonna.
I want to go with the Lake Street Elijah Craig pick. I like Elijah Craig.
Elijah Craig's good, dude.
We'll try it.
According to Neat, he may or
Let's
may
see what he's
not been
doing.
the father of bourbon.
Yeah.
Was he the one that supposedly toasted his pickle barrels?
Yeah, he was the reverend that's
The reverend that his barrels caught on fire? His
Oh, yeah.
something along them lines.
Yeah, well, that's exactly how he told the story. He got tangled up in
the thing with the thing and then
the thing and the thing with the thing. But the sad thing about it, y'all had a conversation earlier about Amazing Grace and Cajun and all that stuff. To me, one of the prettiest songs I've ever heard in my life, and it's a Wayne Toops reference. Wayne Toops does a full Cajun version of New Orleans Ladies.
Oh, yeah.
Full Cajun.
Fille de la Ville.
Yes. And it is, yes,
Yeah, it's on
very good.
It's on his Little Wooden Box album.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's a blue album. He's holding his accordion like this and smiling.
Yep.
Still got his long hair on that
Still
album.
got the long hair.
Oh shit.
Okay.
All right, we got a couple comments. Let's see. No Steves that I know of.
Okay.
Dad is from
Mouton line.
I know where that's at.
Okay. Brian says tomatoes and gumbos equal Creole, no tomatoes equals Cajun.
Thank you,
so
Brian.
Yes.
Can we? There's a line
Yes.
in Louisiana, right?
Yes.
That separates Creole versus Cajun. Is there a hard line?
I think it's a very
Or
hard
is it
line.
all
I
intermingled?
think it's an extremely hard line, dude.
Because I think
The Creoles were Spanish mixed with the slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Cajuns were 100% French, Acadian, expelled from Nova Scotia group. That is the Acadians. Cajun.
Right.
When people say, well, I went to New Orleans and that gumbo really wasn't that
It's
good.
not. Well, it's not gumbo. Well,
Bitch, you didn't have gumbo.
Well, it is gumbo, but
You
it's
had
not.
a stew.
you had a stew.
Right.
I agree with that. You
Now-
had a stew.
Gumbo is an African
that's
word.
where we're all bonding there.
Yeah.
That's our connection.
Well, I'm just curious on where his thought is of where that hard line is, because I've been told where
I've heard it
where
separates
my family's
north-south.
from. That's kind of right in the middle of that hard line.
I've heard
Where's
it's
that?
north-south.
Hornbeck?
Y'all rednecks, bro.
He's like,
Y'all just rednecks.
That's way north of I-10.
Well, that explains
I'm
Evadale.
kidding.
That explains Evadale.
It does explain a lot.
Redneck.
But oddly enough, that's my mom's side of the family, though. It's not my dad's.
Okay. All right.
There's a big difference.
Let's see.
That's some diehard LSU fans up there, boy.
Vic Vivance for the win, for sure.
Yep.
Brian, we can always tell when Eddie is not on his meds in the family chat. You're getting caught out, bro.
Told you. Well, he's not lying. He ain't calling me. He's telling the
Yeah,
truth.
that's true. Yeah.
So,
Because I'll pop in, I'll say some random shit, get the shit pot stirred, and then
And
I'll
then
dive
run away.
back out and
Yeah.
go back to what I was doing.
He's like, in
So-
and out. I love it.
I'll like poke my head in.
Let's-
Morning, fuckers.
let's.
Poke my head back in.
I'm here. Gotta go.
Yep. Drink again, y'all.
Yeah, that's why I was fixing. You got to drop the drink again.
I'm trying to get my wife drunk.
There you go. I'm coming home.
Set my cruise. The only thing is, I got to remember to take the sumbitch off when I get in the state lines because
Yeah.
it ain't 70
difference.
anymore when I get on
Man,
the
I
side
don't know.
roads in
I tell
Louisiana.
this story pretty regular. So I was heading to Pensacola Beach one time with my dad, and he's literally in the passenger seat. We cross in. He's mixing a screwdriver while we're passing a Louisiana cop,
Oh,
like a state
shit.
cop at that.
Didn't do a damn thing.
Nope, no pullover, nothing. Kept rolling.
So,
Yeah,
do you
heck,
know.
we got drive-through daiquiris.
Yeah.
Y'all got drive through deck. So, do you have any idea what is it that why can Louisiana sell liquor in a convenience store?
If they put a lid on in a convenience store,
Or yeah, in a convenience store. I mean,
because they'd fucking riot if they didn't. If
I
I
mean,
could,
what-
if
I
if
don't-
I could not leave my house at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and go on a beer run, there'd be fucking riots in the streets.
It'd be like Watts.
I'm just curious.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude,
I
It'd be
don't,
like Watts.
but I don't understand why you can do it.
I forget where LSU
Hour
went
and a half
played
from here.
About 10 years ago, LSU went and played somewhere. They drank the town out of beer. The whole town.
Them boys.
The town was dry.
You've heard it from the Marbles, man. Them boys
The,
start
ho-
tailgating
the
early.
hotel that most of the fans were staying in was out of beer by like 8 o'clock that morning.
I'm just curious of why can y'all sell it in a liquor store and I can't and we can't?
So wait a minute. He triggered something with me. You got to hold it for just a second because you're going to love this.
Okay.
So the TCU Indiana State series, the Super
Yeah.
Regional. do you know they had to move that series to Fort Worth, even though Indiana State was the higher seed, because
The beer sales.
no, there wasn't enough hotels, because where Indiana State's located, and I forget the city, a Special Olympics regional was there at the same time. They didn't have enough hotels. So they had to move the game to Fort Worth. But cool thing about TCU is they turned around and gave a $25,000 donation to that particular regional Special Olympics thing.
Oh, well,
Because of
yeah.
that.
Shit, you can't even speak bad about
Right
that.
now,
I mean, shit.
but I thought it was odd. Like, here it is, because you know how super regionals work. Whoever's a higher seed,
Yeah.
that's where you play.
Oh, absolutely.
They were supposed to play in Indiana State.
Well, Indiana State, was gracious enough to say, yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
ahead
let's go
and-
to Fort Worth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go to Fort Worth. Now, going back to the LSU fans drinking the town out of beer, is it bad that, like, my chest kind of pokes out in pride about
No,
that?
I mean that's
Jesus,
a thing.
Like, the rest of the country's looking at you like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Hey, I just
did
love the
what?
fact that you're wearing a McNeese hat, because we had a pitcher from our Rangers that literally made his debut and had a stellar debut. He pitched for McNeese, but he's from Orange.
Really?
Grant Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
There, dude,
yeah.
there is a pitcher that went All-American. He was the first pitcher to 8 wins this year. His name's Grant Rogers. He's from Port Neches.
He's from Port Neches. Yeah, he's PNG.
He'd have to duck to come into this room though.
College World Series in Omaha. That's on my bucket list. I want to go so bad.
So bad. All right,
I
so
literally want to go to. Speaking of, is there any College World Series games on?
probably a couple.
Okay.
Oh, being a
'Cause I'm
Friday
ti-
night, yes.
So the
I'm-
NBA Finals was on.
I'm
Their
tired of
game
the
4.
NBA. I'm sorry.
Game 4 of the
I'm
NBA
not a
Finals.
I'm not a
Super
basketball guy.
I'm not either. All that running and dribbling at the same time,
Right.
shit, that don't work.
Yeah, I played basketball right up into the point where I realized I was shorter than everybody and fatter than everybody.
I literally use basketball to stay in shape for baseball.
Yeah. I tried out for basketball every year of my high school career.
And
Got cut every year.
And got told you wish you were a little bit taller.
I was
I was
told
a
my
baller.
freshman year that I would never play basketball for this particular coach because he caught me with Copenhagen in my locker my 8th grade
Jesus.
year. You'll never play for me. I never did. Not that I wanted to.
It's funny
Right.
because my senior year there was just a couple of us that were 18 years old. So
Do I need to do a presentation before I crack this? This is a store pick Buffalo Trace.
Oh, it
from
is.
Asheville.
I have a couple store picks from Buffalo Trace from Longhorn Liquor.
I was fixing to have if that store pick is anything like that barrel pick, oh, that's a good one.
It's a little tasty.
See,
bit.
That's a little.
we got to plan these things better because I have a Longhorn store select
Okay.
Buffalo Trace. I would have brought it
Okay.
and we could compare, but I didn't because I didn't know.
I didn't know. Like, literally, it was a conversation on text between me and
No,
Eddie.
if y'all
and
ever
he's
question-
like, hey,
if y'all
I'm
ever
good
question-
I'm good for this if you're good for this. And I was
If y'all-
like, I'm good for this.
If
Let's
y'all
do
ever
it.
question how much we plan ahead for this show, we don't.
No.
We are doing this on the fly. You text Roy Tuesday? Said, hey, I'm
I think
in.
it was something like that. Tuesday,
Yeah,
Wednesday, something like
'cause
that.
I was supposed to do it 2 Fridays ago.
Two
Yeah.
Fridays ago, yeah.
And we ended up in Mississippi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you had travel ball, I think.
Yeah,
in
travel
Mississippi.
No, it was, we went to visit my in-laws.
Oh, okay. You went to
up there
visit your
Petaluma.
in-laws.
And I need to plug my kids now. I told them I would
Okay.
earlier.
Yeah,
Shout
plug
out,
'em.
kiddos.
Miss Allie, I love you.
Hashtag girl dad.
Yes, you asked me to plug you first. Here you go. Well, wait, let me rephrase that.
Uh-oh.
You asked me to call your name first.
Okay.
Allie, I love you. Cole, keep your hands up tomorrow. Chop down the ball. Drive it.
I love it.
Love y'all.
I love it. That's awesome.
Line drives over home runs.
Hey,
I
I'll
live
take
by
line
it.
drives
I
over home
live
runs.
by
Well,
it.
that's one thing he's working on now. He's got
It
8
got, me
home
to
runs.
it got me to college ball. Line drives over home runs. You know how many home runs I hit in my high school career? 1.
I hit 0.
I hit 1.
Hit 0.
Shit, I hit them all my high school career. I was 145 pounds, but I could see the ball. Now,
For
my
me, it
grades
didn't matter.
wasn't good enough for me to walk on
And
anywhere.
if your son's watching, when a coach asked me to put a ball in a place, I was that guy.
Yep, and that's what he's doing.
I accidentally hit the home run. I was trucking it around the bases thinking I sliced it and was dropping it in.
Mm-hmm.
No. It went over the fence. I was trucking it thinking, hell yeah, we're about to score a run.
That's what I'm telling you. You got to put the barrel on the ball.
Barrel on the ball.
Let the barrel
Put it
do
into
the work.
place.
I came close twice in my
barrel
high
work.
school career. One time was, which I don't count the one time. The one time was literally in warm-ups, state championship game. I one-hopped the fence at Dish Falk. The second one was we was in Lufkin in regional final. It hit the fence and dropped straight down. Hit the top of the fence straight down.
I'm telling you, and
it would have been a 3-run bomb.
And your coach telling you you're another coach on the field is not a bad thing. Learn the game, love the game, appreciate what the game teaches you.
He loves it.
But the sad thing about it is,
I don't know your kid from Adam, but I pray that he appreciates and respects the game of baseball the way that we do on the show.
Oh, dude.
The game of baseball is a beautiful,
yes, it is,
wonderful game, and it'll teach you so much.
Last year, I looked at my dad. This is at 8 years old. He tells my dad, he says, baseball's my life now. And he's right.
Yes.
That's all he wants to do. We spent 2 hours at D-bats today, just like we do every day.
Nice.
And he works. He goes to work. Now, I pay for swing lessons because he don't want to listen to me because I'm his daddy.
Yeah.
You know,
I feel him on that one.
So I'm curious. You guys live in Lake Charles?
Yes, sir.
Are you in like Bourbon School District?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Yes, we
That's
are.
you talking about Powerhouse program?
Really?
They just took state again this year.
Lake Charles Bourbon.
3 out of the last 4 years.
Yes.
Shout out.
That's a legit program.
Glenn Cicchini is a mastermind on the diamond, dude. He's a legend.
Yeah. And they've turned out several
his
college athletes that have been to LSU. Like a bunch of them go. It's like a pipeline.
His 2 sons played in the pros. I can't tell you how many pros just bought.
They've turned out a bunch.
Not including St. Louis, Sam Houston,
right,
and Sulphur.
Yeah.
All in 4 schools within, I'm going to say, 10 miles of each other.
Yeah.
4 schools.
Because Sam Houston, that's
Moss
Moss Bluff, isn't it?
Yep.
Sam Houston? Okay.
Yep.
I'm familiar with the area.
A little bit.
A little bit. I used to run that area when I was at Nestle. A lot.
I used to run that area when I went to Cowboys all the time.
Yeah, I ran that area when I went to Cowboys too.
I paid the light bill in that some bitch in my 20s.
Yeah, I think all of us have done that.
Oh, man.
Because you and I are roughly the same age.
Remember those energy products I was talking about in my 20s? Yeah. Yeah.
Because you literally said you're 42.
Yep.
I'll be 42 in October.
Yeah, I turned 42 in April.
All right, let's do the fan thing real quick. Friends of the show thing real quick. Let's see what we got.
Where we at?
All right, so Vic, New Orleans is very French.
Yep.
Creole is French, Spanish, African, West Indian. Ryan, what is the blue label bottle on the table? All right, so we got Weller Foolproof.
Yeah.
And Old Forester Longhorn Barrel Select.
I need that.
You're more than welcome to have some, sir. That's
that.
what we're here for. Apparently, our TV's not going to
taste
work
how
tonight.
mellow that is. Holy shit.
You talking about that one? I'll have
Yes.
to try that next.
What else we got? Let's see.
This
So
will be my
blue,
last one for the
Old
night.
Forester, and Weller Foolproof. Blue. Ryan, in Louisiana, we start drinking really early in life and can handle our liquor.
Well, they do.
Well,
you talking about drinking early?
That goes back to my Cowboys reference.
Hey, LSU starts tailgating, I think, at like 5 or 6 a.m.
I'm not saying I got wrist.
He's talking about in our youth.
I'm not saying I got
By the
wristbands.
time I got old enough to drink, I was like, let's go. All right, let's go get a 12-pack. I mean, it wasn't nothing exciting. My 21st birthday was like, okay,
all over again.
I can go get it now.
Yeah.
You don't have to go get it.
You don't have to go get it. I can do it.
It's like going. Let's face it. It's like going to Mexico when you go to Louisiana. If you're tall enough to see over the bar, you're going to drink.
Viva la Louisiana.
Exactly. What else we got? College World Series in Omaha. Yes, it's on the bucket list.
It's on my bucket
LSU
list. for
fans
sure.
drink the place dry by noon.
Yep.
Brian, probably because NOLA is known as a drinking town.
Oh, it was. I think
other
was it in
things.
New Orleans? No.
So
Was
the
it when they played
legislature
New Orleans?
allowed it everywhere. Ryan, well said, Brian. And Clint, Wilderness Trail weeded is good. Thank you for letting us know.
Yeah.
I like what Wilderness Trail is doing, along with Laws out of Colorado.
Yeah, Laws.
There's a lot of there's a lot of them that are doing really, really good things.
Doesn't correct me if I'm wrong? Does Redwood Empire make a weeded?
Ooh, I don't know.
That'd be a Mike Wright question. I feel
Would be. Grizzly Beast. The one I have, that's the
Was it Emerald Giant or whatever?
Emerald
it is?
Giant. Thank you. Can't think. All of a sudden.
My son sent me a thumbs up. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah!
It's cold. Good
Hey,
job,
buddy.
he
Love
said.
it. Good job.
Now, I do have to tell y'all,
Yeah.
he's 8 years old. Well,
Okay.
before he turned 9 this Monday.
Happy birthday.
8 home runs on the season
Nice.
at 8 years old. His number is 8.
Okay.
He's the shortstop. He's the team captain for that team. He got picked up by his AAA team a couple weekends ago. Hit his 8th home run in a AAA game. Went to the championship, got a ring, took second, and gets out of that game and wants to go watch his buddies play to cheer them on. Once we're done with that game, he wants to go to D-bats and go to work.
Hell.
That's all he
Yeah.
does is
Nice.
baseball. On top of that, he keeps honor roll, banner roll. How that boy does it, I don't know, because I've never done that in my life. I've never been able to that.
What's his name?
Cole.
Cole. Shout out, Cole.
Yeah, for sure.
You're doing it right.
That's impressive.
And I'll tell you, I did the same thing. And there's a lot of people out there that's going to tell you a lot of things. They're going to say things. They're going to look at you a different way. You're a nerd. You're not concentrating enough on athletics. You're not concentrating enough on school. You're not doing it right.
He's doing it right.
Yeah, he's doing it.
Look
for
him in the
sure.
face and say, no, this is the way I'm going to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I was that guy.
Well, yeah, because you went to, correct me if I'm wrong, where did you go in Georgia?
Covenant College.
Okay, you went to Covenant.
It was a private Protestant college.
I feel you.
If I did not have higher than a 3.8 GPA, you would not get in.
Yeah.
Really?
I felt that way, too.
Shit, I didn't have a 3.8 until I got into college. Well, I mean, I went to a trade school. I didn't go to college.
But-
I went to.
Don't let a stereotype stop you from what you want to do and what you love to do. I love baseball, and I always will.
Just don't be shy. God, go out there and be a
Be you.
go-getter.
And that's another thing is don't be afraid to get out of your shell, because I didn't do it until I got in the car business, and I was forced at the age of like 25 to get out of my shell. Be a big fish in a little pond.
Hell, be a big fish in a big pond.
Be a
Shit.
big fish
Just
in a
be
big
fish,
pond.
baby.
Don't matter. Be you, be true, and do what you do. Because what you're doing right now, National Honor Society is not a nerd thing.
No.
It is a badge to wear with pride.
Well, if he doesn't make the pros, he wants to be an engineer.
A letter
At
in
8 years
baseball.
old, he wants to be an engineer.
That's good.
Put your
If he doesn't make the pros.
right.
Right.
So there you go. So put your letter in baseball right next to National Honor Society, because I did it. I'm telling you, don't be afraid to do what you do. Don't let it drop. Don't let anything slip, because I'm telling you, you can be everything, and you can get into the school you want to get into, and you can play the game you want to play as a kid, and you can love every second of it.
I just want him to know that, hey, you can chase women later. You can chase girls
I
later.
can
He
vouch
doesn't know
for
what
that,
I'm
too.
talking about now.
I can
but
vouch.
He will.
He will. I can vouch for that one too.
Chase them girls later, because I'm telling you, when
Love
it's right,
and enjoy it.
she'll come to you. You don't have
Yeah.
to chase them.
It's very true.
Love and enjoy what you're doing, whether it's baseball or academics. Love what you do and do what you love.
Does, man. And he's a good big brother. He's a good kid. I get when I feel,
Pardon my language, Cole, but bust that ass if somebody comes after your little sister.
Oh, he does. He does. I told him.
Been there, done that too.
I told him that I will be there to pick him up from jail when he does it.
Exactly.
Too, with
Love my little sister to death.
I told
And fuck
even
you. Because Roy's gonna make a joke.
I am not.
does he like your little sister or something?
I'm not gonna lie.
No, he doesn't.
She's eye candy.
She's
Not
very
gonna lie.
pretty. My little sister is
she's
very
eye
pretty.
candy for sure.
Well,
So
Cole,
that's
if
why I
the
threw the
case,
fuck
Cole's
you out.
gonna have problems because my little girl, she's a cutie. She's a cutie, and
I-
he's gonna have problems if he doesn't like guys looking at her.
I feel that pain all too well.
Cole, anytime you want to come with your dad to Silsby, come on. I'll throw a baseball with you.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
I'll talk to you about little
love that.
sisters.
Oh Lord, what time's it getting to be, y'all?
Oh,
9:30.
9:30.
We started.
We're 2 minutes in from 2 hours.
Yep,
Yep, I'm gonna have to wrap it up.
No,
here pretty soon, fellas.
I get it. You got the drive back for sure. We can, yeah.
I've had a blast.
Hey, it's been fun. I'm
Dude,
not gonna lie.
Like I said,
It's
and I
super
wasn't
fun.
kidding, you're invited back for a second episode.
Well, good, because
Don't.
I was going to just invite myself.
Dude, I mean,
He's like,
Mike Wright said it. You're gonna knock on the door one night, and we're gonna be like, "God damn it!"
Yeah,
Eddie's
I'm
here
literally
again."
going to get a text, and he's going to be like, en route.
Yeah.
And that's all it's going to say. And I'm
Y'all
going,
need anything from Lake Street? I'll show up with a Domino's.
no, but I can tell you right now,
$5
I have Miss Ashley's number. We definitely going to do it live at Lake Street at some point.
If
I think
if
we
I
need
don't
to-
get to sit in on that one, I just want to be in the store with
Oh,
y'all.
you'll sit in on it.
No, you'll be there.
We got 4 mics. There's still 1 in the box.
Cool.
So we
Now,
got
I,
we
gotta
got
buy,
enough
I still
mics.
gotta buy a stand. I broke it.
We got to
Now-
get 2 XLR cables for the Galveston live. That's going to be fun too.
Her motto is where the cool kids go.
I
Lake
like
Street
it.
Liquor.
Where the
I
cool
like it,
kids
where the
go.
cool kids go.
And it kind of rings true because she's a cool chick, man. Y'all. If y'all
Well, not just
listening
I
out
want to
there,
get her
y'all go-
perspective just because of the simple fact that she's and this is going to sound like a cliche term, she's a female liquor store owner.
And she knows her shit. bro.
Exactly. That's
She
what I
knows
love
her
about
shit.
it.
Call it cliche. Call it whatever you want. I've shouted it out 1,000 times on the show. Hashtag Women of Whiskey. I love. I posted
them.
on it.
Follow them.
I've posted it on our Facebook. I did a top Women of Whiskey list a couple months back. They don't get enough respect.
No, and not just that. You got some
There's some
good
killer,
ones out there.
Whiskey is not just for
blenders,
dudes, bro.
master blenders, master distillers.
Well, you got what's her name? Nancy. What's Nancy's name?
Nancy Fraley.
Yeah, from
Is that
Still
the one
Austin.
She's doing Still Austin
Yeah.
store.
Well, hell,
Distiller Select.
Like
They're-
going back to Neat, it opens up with that chick that bought the old E.H. Taylor
Mm-hmm.
distillery. Now, I've got one of her very first batch bottles, the Castle and Key.
Yeah.
I should have brought it.
Castle and Keys are good. Yeah.
I should have brought it. It's unopened. I may bring it on my next one. Now, to me, it screams mellow corn.
Okay.
Okay.
You can taste the corn as it comes out of the dump truck.
Nice.
It's clean. It's extremely clean.
And we talk about the staff at Milam and Green too. That's mostly they're all female. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Kevin, I'm telling you, and I don't know what I gotta do, but if I can get 2 bottles of Melick, I'd be your best friend.
Give me
Sorry,
80
Roy.
Give me $83, and I'll bring it to you next week.
Kevin, you heard it here first.
Yep.
Do your thing, and
that
I'll-
was $43 and change. Give me that times 2.
I've already told
bring
you,
you some
Kevin.
next week. I
Texas
got
has
Venmo.
Kevin. Texas has the best barbecue sauce out there.
Well, I'll give y'all some barbecue sauce. Gumbo sauce.
Nah, me.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Still on the gumbo.
Goddamn gumbo.
Well, okay, if you want me to get on something else, why
All right.
in the hell do y'all have a Texas license plate and think it means y'all can stay in the fucking left lane? Y'all don't get over. Y'all will not get over. Y'all set the cruise in the left lane.
Yes, sir. I'm
Why?
a cruise control
Why?
driver.
Why?
I'm a cruise
I need
control
to go
driver
in.
coming down Roosevelt.
I got ticket money. Let me go. Let me in front of you. I got ticket money.
Ticket money.
I make enough. I can pay my ticket. It's all good.
Yeah, so get out the way. I don't know why y'all.
So
I don't worry about tickets in Silsby.
Well, good.
I know you-
I'll ask
I
out
know-
there then. Well,
if you get pulled over in Silsby, just give him Roy Gravis's name.
just don't go.
So here's something I need. Yeah, here's something I need from you.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh Lord.
One Texas compliment.
One text. Ooh. I feel like you're asking for a lot on that one.
Texas, in times of disaster, like the hurricane, we both experience hurricanes. It's like Texas is one of our big brother. It's like they're our big brother. I have never had anybody come out of Texas and try to take advantage. All the time, all the shady construction workers and the service providers, none of them from Texas ever come close to giving me a gut feeling that they're trying to take advantage of them. Now, they came from all over the country, and
They can. They could.
swindled people left and right. Nobody from Texas that I heard of. And the same thing, we got the Cajun Navy.
Cajun
Them
Navy.
guys will come over here
every
and they will.
fucking time.
Come over here
I've talked about her multiple times.
That's
tonight.
y'all's compliment.
Mommy.
Y'all are people. Y'all are humans.
My Mimi. She said the first time I went on an airboat ride was with the Cajun Navy because they came to rescue us. our house
when
was 3 feet under.
Yeah, when Fournette flooded.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
Y'all,
So, I
y'all like
echo-
our big brother.
I echo the same thing.
I mean, we're such a small state area-wise. Y'all are so big. And I feel like, Southeast Texas, Southwest Louisiana, we'll give each other shit.
We
But
will.
if Louisiana don't go kick somebody's ass, if we can't do it, Texas look over our shoulder and be like,
Hey,
what? Which
Say-
motherfucker?
Say something.
Say something.
say something.
Hey, there's coon asses in Texas too,
Say
right?
something.
And there is, too.
Say something.
Say something, motherfucker. I wish you would. I wish a motherfucker would.
And another compliment, y'all got the biggest fucking loop around Houston. 2 of them
Oh,
now.
I was fixing to say, yeah, there's 2 of them now.
2 of them.
What? So, that's...
I got lost on a fucking loop one time.
No. So, y'all call it
I was going in circles.
y'all call
and
it a
lost.
Texas turnaround.
Oh, fuck, I was turning around, bro.
Because y'all don't... So, correct me if I'm wrong. I had people from Louisiana said, what's up with the Texas turnaround? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And they're like, whenever you take an exit
Oh,
and
they're
you can...
starting to do it now
You
in
can do a
Louisiana.
U-turn.
Oh, don't even get me started
It's a
on
Texas
you guys. 'Cause I
turnaround.
can tell you right now, I hate a fucking traffic circle with a
What the
passion.
hell's a Texas
Yeah,
turnaround?
We're getting them everywhere
Yeah,
now.
I hate traffic
Oh,
circles.
that's my wife. I love traffic
I
circles.
hate them.
Love traffic. I'm a NASCAR driver in a traffic.
I can't stand
I'll do
one.
it 3 times just to do it.
There's one literally.
Exactly.
There's one
exactly.
literally right off of 210
She'll look at me and be
loop.
like,
yeah.
"Stop! You are not
Oh,
in
you're talking
NASCAR."
about- That's the, oh shit,
He's looking.
oh fuck, I can't remember. It's the first exit off the bridge.
Yes,
Shit.
first exit off 210. Yeah, for sure.
The West Preon Lake Road.
Yeah, there you go.
That traffic circle sucks. The one
Love-
at Ellick
no, fuck y'all.
sucks.
Love
the
traffic
one in
circles.
Alexandria is about 3 states wide.
Yes,
though. That's
it's-
son of a.
Marianne
That's almost
Eves.
like a
Thank you,
16
Kevin.
loop.
Yes, Marianne Eves rocks.
Yeah.
That bitch is fucking awesome.
You need a bottle. Kevin needs a bottle of Metlick.
Yes, and that's why I asked for 2 because
Yeah.
I want one. Roy has his, and I need to get Kevin a bottle because
Yeah,
Kevin's my bud. He's my little buddy.
Kevin's a good dude.
I like
I'm not
him.
gonna lie.
I love him. I like him.
Y'all Venmo me next week.
From
I'll-
being
I'll load
from
the
a
kids
shit
up.
state.
Let's talk
If
after
y'all
the
want to
show.
meet me in
Let's talk
Orange or
after the
something,
show.
Okay.
I'll meet y'all in Orange.
We'll figure out some Texas and Louisiana barbecue sauce.
That'll work.
I got barbecue sauce from Kentucky. That's made with Old Smoky moonshine.
Yeah, I've got some at home.
Well, fellas, I'm gonna go ahead and
No.
bow out.
Are you good?
Yep, I'm going.
Okay.
Okay. Absolutely.
I don't know how
I
y'all
don't.
like.
I don't. I'm
I was
not
just
kidding.
saying, we normally do a last call. If you literally want to sit
If
for
you
like
got
2 minutes,
a few
Let's
minutes.
do it.
I can
Yeah,
drop
shit,
the
let's
last
do it.
call
So,
for sure.
do you have something you can take? So, honorary last call. We do a shot. Roy gives his thought of the night, if you
Okay.
want to call it.
I cover a lot.
But you
of
have
it.
to. You have to take a shot
Let's do it.
of
Okay.
whatever you've got in your glass.
I got mine. You got yours. What are you doing?
I'm gonna
JC
do,
Mellick?
I'm gonna
Not
do
a
the
bad
milk.
one.
I'm gonna do the milk.
That's good. I got the Old Forester.
For
in
those
mine.
at home, get your last shot.
Yep.
We're gonna call it a night so that he can get out of here. He can make it home safely.
Yes, for sure.
We don't want. Again, we've said it before, and I'm gonna say it again.
There'll be no drinking and no driving.
There will be no drinking and there will be no driving. We do not condone drinking and driving.
Right.
We do not condone underage drinking.
Right.
The reviews and everything said on the show tonight is strictly and solely 100% the functional gentleman,
See?
Roy Gravis and Bucky Pender.
See?
We thank you for coming on the show, Eddie.
Absolutely.
We cannot thank you enough.
The pleasure was all mine. I enjoyed the hell out of it.
I love
We hope
it.
you have a safe
Awesome.
trip home. As always, you can find our merch on functionyourway.live.
Yep.
As
Got a lot of-
always,
lot of
if you
cool
want to
shirts.
tag us in anything,
I'll
hashtag.
send you the link.
Cool.
If you want to tag us in anything, hashtag function your way.
Yep.
Hashtag 2023 year of the gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Find us everywhere at function your way.
Yep.
Function your way.
That's what we do.
I like the green. I like
This
the
has
green.
been
I'm gonna
amazing.
Give me a shirt.
Thank you, Eddie, again for coming.
There's a lot of them. Yep. Fantastic.
do it.
Let's do the last call.
You want to do it?
I
All
got
right,
one.
Y'all ready?
Hit it.
Last call for alcohol.
Tonight's last call is from a gentleman by the name of Jay Hammerstone. Whiskey should be dark as hell, strong as death, and sweet as love.
Amen, brother. Again, I apologize to everybody for the technical issues
It's fine.
we've had this evening. I cannot thank every single one of y'all enough for joining us on YouTube. I know it was a last-minute pivot, but y'all have been awesome. Y'all have all tuned in. Nobody missed a beat. Our normal viewers were there. We had new viewers. Thank you all. I know it was a little bit of a pivot, and I cannot thank you enough. We cannot do this without you. We love every single comment, and that's why we try to answer and comment and bring up everything y'all say. Thank you. You've been awesome.
Hey, look, Ryan and Christy's watching. They just give me a shout-out. Yay! Good gumbo last week.
There you go,
Look
brother.
Look at that. Good gumbo.
That's what we're talking about. We cannot do this, and we will not do this without every single one of y'all. I hope you continue to tune in. We will always be on YouTube, and we will always try to be on Facebook. I don't know what happened tonight. I apologize again.
Do some research on it.
I got to credit Ryan with my love of deer hunting and Christy with one of the reasons I quit smoking. So
I like it.
She was the only person that ever told me, hey, go over there.
Go over there.
Go over there. And I did. And eventually I got tired of going over there, so I just quit smoking.
Go over there.
And not just that, if you're in the Galveston area, we will be at Texas Tail July 1st.
Tag it again. If you're in Galveston, July 1,
yep,
we will be there.
3 p.m.
3 p.m.
3 p.m. Going live. What? Yes, you're pointing. I don't get what you're saying, but you're pointing.
We're out.
We are out. It's been fun. I love it.
Don't drink and drive.
No.
Drink responsibly.
Yes.
You drink then drive.
Have a good night.
Spill your beer.
My tongue, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you.